How's it going, everybody? Welcome. We are Ketchup and Mustard, and it is our pleasure to have the opportunity to bring you MK9 Top 8 here at Combo Breaker 2026, the first of a long line of all-in-together tournaments here this weekend, which are basically games that are not in the main lineup. We had MK1 in its finals last night. Now it's time for the all-in-together tournaments, and there is an all-in-together tournament for every single other NetherRealm game here this weekend.
I mean, we got to give a massive thank you to the Combo Breaker team for putting this together. I mean, NetherRealm games have always had such a special place in the home of Combo Breaker. Mortal Kombat X really helped single-handedly put that event on the map in its first year, that iconic grand finals between Dizzy and Sonic Fox. And MKX, bear in mind, is going to be later down the line.
Yeah,
so MKX will start its tournament today, and the top 8 for that will be tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, and MK9's top 8 is right now. And
right now!
The reason it's such a privilege for us is this is our favorite Mortal Kombat. You know, this is the game that kind of kick-started the NetherRealm scene as we know it to this day. And a lot of these names in our top 8 have been here since that day one. Kerbalicious, or Kerbolicus, as we used to call him, versus Mike Metroid. Biggs versus Rampant Earth Obesity, who is a.k.a. Insuperable. So we'll probably be calling him Insuperable for the sake of this. Just
shouts
so
to Rio.
Confusing.
If Rio's watching, shouts to you. Bud.
Yeah, Rewind versus Forever King, and Burrito Voorhees versus River King, a.k.a. Big D, in the loser side. So we have 8 names who are very synonymous with MK9, especially these days. You know, quite a few of these players, they still play whenever they get the opportunity. Some of them never stop. Some of them go back here and there as and when there's an opportunity to compete in the game. So it's a nice mixed bag. However, Mike Metroid and Kerbo, 2 players who will be starting us off here in this top 8. They are 2 players who, to be honest, they never really lost it at this game. You know, they in its heyday, they played loads, and they just grinded constantly.
And let's not forget, Kerbo is actually a Combo Breaker champion for MK9 already.
That's true.
So Kerbo was able to, I can't remember the exact year it was, but there was a year where MK9 and X were being played together, and Kerbo won that tournament, beating Sonic Fox in Grand Finals. I think they're going back in, like, straight in here. Mike Metroid, Johnny Cage specialist, does actually have a really good striker as well.
I can't imagine we'll be seeing that, though, unless it's as some sort of Hail Mary. But we are going to be starting off with the Johnny Cage mirror match. Now, before the match started, we did see the players deciding, working out who would be player 1, because MK9 with its player 1 advantage, there is no trades in this game. If 2 attacks collide on the same frame, player 1 will win every time. In the Johnny Cage mirror, that is more important than almost any other mirror in the game, with the exception of maybe like a Cabal mirror or something, because this is a character who's about frame traps, constant rush down, and if you're sticking out the same button, you want to be winning those trades, not trades.
There's that forward 3-3 whiff punish, by the way. And if anyone's ever seen MK9, you know how the rush down is going to go. Johnny Cage, the forward 3, the advancing knee attack, the best mid in the game by a significant margin. It has so many different extra hits on it. You can hit confirm it into nut punch. On block, you can do the EX force balls for plus frames if the opponent is standing. But outside of that, it's going to be a lot of just trying to enforce, right, now is going to be my turn. But if you're trying to enforce whose turn it's going to be, that's where player 1 Cage has the massive advantage.
But it's quite an interesting mirror match, though, because EX Nut Punch having that kind of, like, invulnerability to it, so important, because not many moves in the game have access to that kind of utility, let alone when you're fighting yourself, and the character is so rush-down focused. But already, Kerbo looking good here. Mike. Chip damage going to be so prominent. I mean, Mike hasn't really been opened up by much at all in this life bar, but look, where is the health gone? Everything just does so much chip damage. Nice pickup as well from Kerbo.
I love the fact that Kerbo's doing, I think it's the forward 3-2, that backhand. It's really good at catching someone jumping out. It's way easier to confirm as well with like a regular forward 3 hitting on its own. It's all about awareness. This late in the game's life, I mean, we're talking over a decade, 15 years or so since MK9. Where has the time gone? My point is, there are small little interactions that only true masters are going to be ready for. And you have to be at this level of play.
Oh, what a catch, though, Kerbo. The massive launch. This is looking quite dangerous now for Mike Metroid. Because, again, chip damage is more important than on-hit damage, you could say, in a matchup like this.
Got to be careful with up-close pressure, though, because one Johnny Cage parry, the X-ray, hang on. Kerbo isn't going to pull the trigger on anything just yet, but the threat of that X-ray is prominent with Cage.
Oh, the challenge. Mike Metroid with the poke on hit. Okay, Mike is bringing this back. The chip damage.
For the standing one,
okay, that force ball connecting is huge. So it gives Mike a way back in now.
Down one!
Challenge again! Mike Metroid absolutely seizing that round back from looking like certain defeat with just some well-timed pokes on hit. And every time it worked out, he was ready to confirm. And we have to remember as well, Mike Metroid made this top 8. I know this is the first like stream matches of the tournament, but made top 8 by defeating Rewind.
Yeah.
To do so. And when he came up to tell me about it, he was like, I was player 2, Johnny Cage. Yeah. So
not only did he defeat Rewind, who is the Vianality MK9 champion, absolutely bodying the both of us in that tournament, Mike Metroid did it with player 2 Cage.
But I love how Johnny Cage players have to make sure, you know, because I feel like inherently, but yeah, but were you player 1? Instant discredit. Oh, what an anti-air though, Kerbo. So clean. Kerbo, a master of many characters in this game. But rocking the Johnny Cage here. Has always been confident in his Johnny Cage.
But you're so much more able to go for those like counter low pokes. You'll notice every single time Kerbo's hitting a down 3, Mike is like repaying it in kind with either a down 1 or a down 3 of his own, both of which give Johnny Cage that breathing space to enforce a forward 3. And that's the magic button. Speaking of which, oh, nut punch. The backdash,
whiff punishes from Mike.
Drops the combo though. That should have been the round. Didn't catch out the extra hit on the forward 3-3.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough combo drop to swallow right there.
Oh, I knew that you were going to press the button. The backdash. Every single one of those really high jump-ins, by the way, you know they're looking for Toasty. As far as I'm aware, the Toasty, right, whether it appears, there's kind of like an invisible ceiling where if they kind of breach it, the chance for Toasty becomes quite prominent. But it's not going to work on like a regular uppercut on the ground.
That's the level of knowledge that I sometimes forget in this game, you know, because a lot of these games have been around for so long. There's only so much memory you can retain unless you are regularly grinding, but not a problem for these players as Kerbo is absolutely running away with this. Yeah, that's confirmed. And
you're dead.
Yeah, you have to break
on hit.
You have to break. Because every time that nut punch hits, you basically have to add like an unofficial like 5% minimum on top of it, because there's going to be a chip damage. Every single time you get hit by that nut punch. Forward 3's coming. Forward 3-3 by itself is going to be doing
God,
chip.
he's in a sorry state. Look at him.
He's the winner. Good lord.
Pure definition of I'd hate to see the other guy.
Okay, Kerbo tying it up though.
Johnny Cage mirror. I mean, what a way to start.
Oh,
can't say I'm
masterful use of the back 3.
You have to, because it will absolutely chew up those advancing buttons. You make a good read on like a low poke or a forward 3, your back 3 is going to eat it for breakfast. Oh my lord, Kerbo absolutely running away, and very little you can do there. You know, you mentioned it in the previous games. Flawless victory. Johnny Cage known for getting those. Wait, Kerbo, flawless. Kerbo's the kind of player that will go for a babality sometimes. I don't think he will here. Depends on how well it goes. He's already blocked a force ball, so he can't baby hit.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, Kerbo did do some babalities back, you know, a number of years ago when MK9 wasn't the main lineup, so don't be so sure. I think we should be paying attention to if Kerbo's blocking. Has he blocked yet?
He blocks the force ball.
Okay, yeah, okay. That's a question of how serious is Kerbo being? Is he going for the baby or is he not? Oh, there's that chip damage, so savage. And there is no chip kill protection in this game either, so all this chip damage could just straight up result in the round. Okay, confirmed, yep.
Plus frames.
Oh, okay, might get tricky.
He's not going to flinch on that charged palm, though, and that should be...
No, not quite.
No, but look at the meter. He's got plus frames all day. He's got plus frames all day.
Oh, okay.
2-1 to the not-so-young anymore, Kerbo.
It was going to be quite difficult for Mike to do anything about that EX Shadow Kick, to be honest. I think that was a calculated decision.
Look at how happy Forever King is in the background. Did you see that smile? Look at him. He's a happy man. MK9, he's in that bracket as well.
Hey, you want to talk about players who just never lose it at like any of the old games they play? Yeah, Forever King. I'm pretty sure Forever King is in basically every bracket this weekend.
5+ frames. Oh, the 2-1.
Instant break. I respect it. Oh, what a massive punish. Okay. And again, that doesn't look like huge damage, especially by MK9 standards. But you have to remember, every single forward 3 that connects is going to go into Nut Punch most of the time, and that Nut Punch is going to lead to chip damage. And that means meter build. And what is Johnny going to do with the meter? EX Force Ball, EX Nut Punch. So scary. And Mike with an instant swing of momentum here.
Johnny Cage is a one-sided character, and if it's both, if it's the mirror, I mean, who gets that?
Oh, that was a regular green Shadow Kick. Kerbo taking a massive risk there.
Oh, standing 3 is plus.
Ooh.
Standing 3 is particularly good against the corner as well.
I'm pretty sure, actually I was talking to Mike about this the other day because he was using a lot of standing 3 at the GGA casuals. And I think he said it's 0 on block, but it has weird pushback to it.
Oh, I see. It's the illusion of plus frames.
But, I mean, 0 is +1 if you're player 1.
Yeah, true. We like 0 if we're player 1. Oh, whip punish. Now it's Cage. You got to watch out for EX Nut Punch. Got to watch out for the armored. Ooh.
Oh, okay, another catch. Kerbo has to break this one. Oh, wow. Mike just went for a forward 3 raw by itself. That could have been a pickup. Oh, wow. Okay, Kerbo.
Gets the interrupt. Anti-air. No!
Oh, no.
Mike Metroid messes up the anti-air combo. And this is bad.
Oh, that could have been huge as well. Oh, but Mike Metroid with the Galaxy Brain back 3. You know, I love that hard call out because Mike has had a few moments where he's made an amazing.
Look at how focused he is.
Yeah, he has just had like crispy execution, like a really good decision, but then has just like dropped the end of it and has kind of lost the momentum on the back of it. So for Mike to have a situation where he drops something and get a massive back 3, that has got to do so much mental work and just getting you back into the game.
With punish, overcommits on the 2-1 string before the third hit can even come out. Your ass is getting launched. Now more plus frames. Oh! That's such a good line.
These noises are just burned into my mind. I can hear them.
It's the Johnny Cage.
Oh!
Oh! It's the Kenji. What about that?
Oh,
there it is again.
Yeah, what do you do here now, though?
Last frame.
Yeah, I actually think Mike may be taking the hit on purpose there, because at that point, I'm pretty sure it was guaranteed chip if Kerbo did mess up, and you do not want to be giving him any free meter.
No, you don't.
Okay, Mike. There we go. That's the whiff punish he's been looking for.
Doesn't want to side switch. You want to keep the corner, so Mike opted to not go for the free jump in because he says, I mean, I'm going to put myself in the corner if I do that. That could easily go wrong. There's the forward 3, the breaker. Punish! And by all means, that should be a match point on both ends. The EX nut punch for the extra damage. That's now going to be match point both sides. Winner of this gets winners finals. In this kind of tournament, that buffer is greatly appreciated.
Mike really in the moment, though, gesturing to the crowd. I know you guys couldn't see it, but really looking for that support.
He's really feeling it. Yeah, Mike Metroid with Kerbo, you look at the two people that they love this game. Uh-oh, we're getting mixed. Constantly backing off, looking for Cage to press a button. The breaker just says, get off me!
Oh my goodness!
2-1! Ah!
This is such a fantastic opportunity for Mike Metroid, going for the charge back 2 there. And that's fully charged, it does become unblockable, but you can dash cancel out of it, so Mike looking for the read, but Kerbo, he is not biting to it.
He was minus on that down 3 on block and decided to go in anyway. Kerbo scouting out with a forward 3 of his own.
Oh,
Wow, the standing 1!
Oh, what a jump kick! Oh, but no, down 3 underneath. Kerbo, another jump kick. Kerbo seizing this one back if he can, but he is so at death's door right now. If he blocks pretty much anything, it's over. Oh, and the standing 1 anti-air to finish things off. Mike Metroid. You know, kind of getting scary there at the end. Kerbo looking like he was on the verge of bringing it back, but Mike getting it. Did Mike just point at Soup and say, you're next? And then me just like, hang on a minute, whoa, whoa, whoa.
And then
Go too far, go too far.
Biggs is like, bro, we haven't even played yet. What do you mean you're next?
Oh my God, you love the energy though in this early morning. Well, early morning by FGC time, I guess.
10 a.m. start. Bright and early for most of us gamers.
Damn, that's quite the result though for the young, not so young these days, Mike Metroid. You know, taking out Rewind to get top 8. Kerbo, beating Kerbo in the Johnny Mirror. Player 1 though, Mike, come on now. Yes, player 1, does it really
No, he's
count?
gone through 2 champions. Mike Metroid, to get the top 8, had to defeat the current Vianality champion. And then in the top 8, defeated the current Combo Breaker MK9 champion. It's collecting champions like trading cards.
But I feel like the player we are going to be looking at the most in this bracket, who doesn't get the chance to compete very often at all, but I would say plays this game more than any living, breathing human being on planet Earth, and that is going to be IFCYipeS.
Yes,
IFCYipeS is taken to the stage, playing against Biggs, who is another long-time MK competitive, just plays everything competitive. If high-level MK is to be played, Biggs is probably played.
I want to give Biggs like some special props here too, because we're talking about history, we're talking about legacy. Not only is Biggs like really, really good at the classic Mortal Kombat games, he and Detroit, shout out to Detroit, I'm sure you're watching this right now. Mortal Kombat 4 and Mortal Kombat Gold, Biggs is unbelievably good at that and does a really good job of teaching people how to play that game.
He just loves competitive Mortal Kombat, you know, and that's what I really do respect, because we're talking about how this is kind of like the NetherRealm legacy. Obviously, the Mortal Kombat competitive community goes back all the way until like arcade era, right? So the MK competitive scene has been around for a very long time. But when we say the NRS scene, we kind of mean like MK9 onwards, you know,
yes.
The kind of modern NetherRealm / MK scene as we know it. It's not every day that you get players who are, they kind of have equal interest in like arcade era MK and NetherRealm era MK. You know, and
not
Biggs,
many of them around anymore.
Yeah, and Biggs is one of those players, and he is damn good at pretty much every MK game I've seen him play. But he doesn't just play MK. I think he was playing I think he had a third strike here as well, and probably a few others too. Just really kind of just thrives with competitive. But facing off against Insuperable, who, what name did he even sign up?
Rampant Earth Obesity. Why is that? R-E-O. Shouts to Rio. Shouts to Rio. Resident Evil Outbreak, that's a pretty good game, you know.
It is a fantastic game. Bring it back. Bring it back.
Bring it back, NetherRealm.
That's a modern PlayStation. Come on, you can make it happen. Although, speaking of NetherRealm, we do have to give a massive shout-out to the pop bonus that every single game here and the all-in-together NetherRealm tournaments have received. I believe, did they all get given $1,000 pop bonus? I'm pretty sure it was. Across pretty much all the games here that are in the all-in-together series. So a little bit of money to be won for all the players who are making the trip out and doing well here. But Insuperable, I mean, good lord. Those of you who were around in the kind of original early 2010s of MK9, you would have seen Insuperable, kind of known really as a Quan Chi player who was really good at the time, but wasn't really at the forefront of competition at like the main majors that people were watching, right? But what you may not know, if you haven't been keeping up with the game, is that Insuperable pretty much never stopped playing, and could main random select if it was absolutely... I mean, I think, does Soup still kind of to a degree play random select?
Or I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, like, but that's not out of ego. That is... Insuperable basically knows how to play every character in this game at a very, very high level. I would not be surprised if he has, like, the best version of a lot of these characters kind of in his pocket.
However, that with it brings tons of knowledge. He personally believes, we were talking to him I think yesterday or the day before, that his best character is, of all of them, Shang Tsung.
Yes.
However, we have to look at the very apparent top 5 in this game that are very hard to beat with a lot of the roster. That will be why now, for this matchup, Soup's gone in with Kenshi, because you know Biggs is going in with Sonya. Shang Tsung likely would get murdered by Sonya.
You know, I'm actually quite happy we're seeing the Kenshi here, though, because it's rooftop day, so it's a nice long stage. But I feel like whenever discussion around this game happens, we always hear about, oh, Kenshi, undisputed top 5. This character is insanely good. But when the chips are down and we see modern competitive MK9, we don't really see anyone playing. So I'm happy that this is hopefully going to be an opportunity to see what Kenshi's doing. But in the hands of Insuperable, definitely the chances go up. But Biggs, Sonya Blade. Biggs definitely is one of the main Sonyas that we see these days.
The down one, by the way, just in case. I think going in for the raw armor would get blown up by the armored cartwheel. Doing a down one first, you'd kind of match armor for armor.
I like that break from Insuperable. You do have a massive lead, but you do want to keep it. There's a lot of resources on the side of Biggs, and sometimes it does just take one massive jump in to start. And what a hell of a snowball in this game. But this is the Kenshi game right here. Super control in the neutral with just constant zoning.
But this is why you kind of want to try and zone out Sonya. She has the best armored move in the game when it comes to armored cartwheel. So if you are at that up-close game, got caught challenging.
Oh, you mean a safe, multi-hitting, combo-granting, advancing armored move? Yeah, it's pretty good. There it is!
Not enough health to take it. Biggs. I think that shoulder was maybe done to think. I think I only assume Insuperable thought that shoulder would have killed, because it was so likely that Biggs was going to go for that cartwheel. Down 4 military stance.
Oh, I love
down 4 is so good. You chuck military stance on top, and oh my god, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, Biggs getting the side switch too. You do not want to give Kenshi the space to work with, especially on rooftop. Okay. Oh. But that is right there the Kenshi problem. Every time you get hit by the shoulder, it is full screen every time. And it's so fast. Regardless where you hit, it just gives him exactly the screen he wants to work with. Though I will say, Soup has been dealing with not as much meter to work with. And Kenshi really kind of comes online with the EX shoulder.
Speaking of meter, Biggs not having access to that armored cartwheel is going to make this end game so difficult. Oh, he didn't quite get it! But there's the armored push for the easy guaranteed anti-air. Now, Biggs, as long as he had the armored cartwheel, he was in a good situation. The second he doesn't, you lose that vital tool to get in on Kenshi. I think this is why Biggs has gone, right, I'm now going to pick Kung Lao. Because Kung Lao, in a weird way, far more mobile. Far more mobile. And not as reliant on meter the same way that Sonya would be in a matchup like this.
But at the same time, I think we saw the game plan enforced from Soup. You know, just every jump in, anti-air with shoulder. You're not looking for massive damage and everything. The important thing is just keeping a problematic, aggressive character like that exactly where you want them. And even there, getting the first hit bonus there, even with a quick down 3, so important. Because it means that Kenshi now has access to instant breaker if it goes wrong. You have access to EX shoulder. And here's a punish.
Keep it nice and simple. Get the knockdown frames. Deep jump-in kick. Some of you might be wondering, why is he going for the jumping kick so low to the ground? Basically, if you jump in kick normally, you kind of get stuck in the air. If you do it right before you hit the floor, it essentially cancels the recovery, but keeps the advantage.
Yeah, a massive block advantage on it too. And some characters can combo from it too one hit if they have something that moves forward enough. What a neutral jump punch.
Even that
with punish, with the rising karma.
Even that jump in, by the way, I'm fairly certain was done on reaction to low hat. It's all these little interactions that Soup has kind of really become known for in these recent years.
But if we're talking like eliminating recovery, that is something that Kung Lao is so good at this game. Whiff dive kick recovers pretty much straight away. So it is one of the best mobility tools in the game, bar none.
This is going to be difficult for Biggs.
Oh, what? But if you get a Galaxy Brain jump like that, I mean, it looks like Biggs is just jumping a lot, but it is for good reason. Because the thing is, approaching Kenshi on the ground is a bit of a problem. Whereas if you get one good jump, that can mean the difference between the round. Oh, the quick back off as well. The movement from Soup to avoid the jump in.
Anti-air.
So ready for everything. Oh no, drop the combo though.
I think
an opportunity for Biggs and a raw spin. I love that opportunity.
I think Soup was going for some of the optimals there. The early advancing string, you can actually get it high enough, you can get more damage. Not that it really matters at all, because 2-0 as Soup is going to take that second game here.
Oh, this game is so fast, man.
But I do think the Lao is the better pick for this. I really do. But so much of that game, Soup was sitting on like 3 bars of meter. You ain't worrying about no X-rays or anything like that in this game. You're looking at 3 armored moves that are plus on block and send full screen. How do you pressure a Kenshi with that much resources?
You can see that Biggs is trying to approach, whether it's teleport, whether it's jump-ins, but every single option is just being checked.
Keeps it simple once again. Can get us a bit more damage on that situation, but I think we'll take the damage, take the knockdown, take the deep jump kick, plus on block. Yo, that shoulder is like +6. It's +6.
But that's what you need. If it's just chip is so prominent in this game overall. We talked about it before with Johnny Cage. But
Get off!
It is a thing just in the game in general.
Oh, second he goes for it, the EX. Oh no, the spin! Biggs getting punished for it.
I think that was perhaps just a read on maybe Soup trying to press a button off the 2-1 on block. You know, Biggs is trying to play one step ahead, but he's always having to do so from the back foot. However, back to the wall now is Soup. Oh, nice. Nice check.
Wake up spin.
Okay.
Love it. All right, gets the knockdown. But again, has to be careful. The 2-1 staggers. Plus frames. Lovely tech there from Biggs. And the jump back dive kick to make the shoulder whiff. Right. Signs of life. Signs of life. However, at least 1 bar of meter on the side of Kenshi, looking to be 2. Meter build in this game is absurd, as is the chip damage. Goes in for the jump in. Lovely teleport just to get out. Unfortunately, an anti-air on the second attempt. Wake up, rising karma. That's a full combo, but more importantly, Lao, you're all the way back over there. What are you going to do?
And every attempt that Biggs has made to advance has been countered most of the time by Soup. So, you know, in Super was going to be feeling pretty comfortable right now. So many resources to play with as well. And every single special that connects, even if it's on block, is going to be doing so much work.
That is all she wrote. You may have had the breaker almost available, but standing button into X-ray, you ain't building it in time. And that will be a 3-0 for Soup. And it is going to be, as Mike Metroid was hoping, you're next.
You know,
we've seen them in winners finals.
It has been so long since I saw Kenshi's X-ray, I actually forgot what it looked like. Like what the actual animation itself was. He just throws the sword, right? Just flings it at you.
Say that the call out's being made. The finger point of death. Yo, Scorpion and Sub-Zero in the background? Hang on a minute. They weren't there at the beginning.
Oh, wait, hang on. Yeah, wait, you mean in the crowd? I was looking around. They're right there.
No, mate, they're sitting down watching the stream.
What do you reckon they make of the Johnny Cage mirror match? I think Scorpion is quite a fan of how aggressive it is, and Sub-Zero is like, well, it's not patient enough for my liking.
I think Sub-Zero would be like, bro, I hate that mirror match because I'm never player 1.
Scorpion always hogs player 1.
He does it, and the good controller.
Yeah, I guess that's the third-party one. That's the D-pad's not quite working.
All right, now, the rock, paper, scissors for who gets to be player 1.
Thumbsticks of...
Right,
oh,
tie,
hang
wait.
on a minute. Whoa, hang on.
Hang on. Oh, demolished, meaning Burrito Voorhees is going to be on the player one side. That should mean, though, that Big D is going to have access to the stage pick. So we know that when it comes to Burrito Voorhees, I think very, very likely that he's going to pick Smoke, because that's been his pick all tournament long.
Yeah, he's definitely played Smoke more than anything else. I mean, he is one of those. Both Burrito Voorhees and Forever King are very similar in this respect. They both play a lot of characters, but they do kind of have the core that they will set on. But yeah, it's most of the time it will be Smoke for Burrito Voorhees. So we'll be seeing. I expect that here. Whereas on the side of River King, aka Big D, Ermac. I think Ermac almost exclusively has been the choice in this tournament. And I believe...
was practicing with Scarlet before the tournament, but seems to have kind of just gone back to the old faithful.
Yeah, but I believe in yesterday's brackets, D was this close, like really, really, really close to beating Kerbo in pools for top 8. But apparently, because I didn't watch the match itself, but I talked to D about it, and I heard a few of the guys talking about it. D basically had the set. Had like the set winning combo, no, that wasn't even a combo, it was a punish. Had to punish something on block, went to punish with a down 2, and the down 2 whiffed.
Oh.
And then Kerbo made like a sick comeback on the back of it. But it had me thinking, that is not the first time that has happened in competitive Mortal Kombat.
Nope.
It's MK1, wasn't it? Javier Rewind? Rewind was on the receiving end of that a few times, so you just try and punish something with a down 2 to just get your single hit of damage, punish it, job be done, and then it just whiffs. Because maybe you don't dash in range first or something like that. And here we go, all these years later, MK9 combo breaker, whiffing down 2 punishes is happening again.
Ermac as well, like his down 2 is such a good anti-cross up and everything else.
It's definitely not one of the down 2s you would expect to whiff. But
it's
regardless.
It's not very big on its range, like forward facing, right? It's got a big like hitbox above it.
Yeah, covers around him really well, just maybe not quite in front of him. But these are definitely 2 players who seem to relish the opportunity to come back and play this game. But particularly MK9, MKX as well. 2 long-time NRS players here across all the games. And again, I know Burrito Voorhees, I would be very surprised if he didn't enter literally every single game that's here. And it has a definite chance to get top 8 in pretty much all of them.
Right, now, some of you that really know from back in the day,
Ooh,
Nightwolf was the
let's
character.
Go.
Nightwolf was the character that Big D sort of put his name on the map with. Back in the day, you know, I'm talking 2011.
Yeah, the originals.
The only problem is,
starts.
Nightwolf is not very good. So it's going to be, for the button check, might just be going in with the Nightwolf. Ermac, I think, is just objectively a better character. Scarlet, exponentially better than Nightwolf. At this level of play, the problem with Nightwolf is he's got damage, and he's got, I would say, reactionary. He's got decent armor for certain options. The issue is, doesn't really have any mix. Doesn't have the world's greatest buttons, and a huge problem with Nightwolf, really, he's massive. He's got one of the biggest general hitboxes in the game, which means that some characters, their offense against him is really good. Certain zoning characters, they haven't got to go as low to the ground for their instant airs. He's just a tall guy. Now, is it going to be Ermac, Scarlet? If it is Nightwolf, I mean, you know, doing it for the culture.
I'm pretty sure he's only played Ermac in this tournament so far, so we'll see.
Ermac would make the most sense.
Now. Also, I think there is a chance that if you have been practicing a lot of the games, maybe not focusing on anyone in particular, Ermac is a bit more, I'd say of the characters he plays, the most straightforward. So maybe doesn't require the most prep time. Compared to like Scarlet, you really have to make sure your execution is on point if you're playing a character.
All right,
like that.
well, it's going to be going in there with the Ermac. Ermac versus Smoke. Burrito Voorhees plays so relentlessly around those reset combos.
And it's really consistent with them too, you know. Smoke and Cyrax are quite similar in the sense that they are built around kind of this right here, these unavoidable reset combo situations. But Smoke's have always been a bit more inconsistent. You know, it's always been, whereas Cyrax has some pretty much guaranteed, like, do this combo in such and such a way and you will reset every time. A lot harder to do so with Smoke. And it's not a guarantee that every time he goes for it, it's going to work. But even with that in mind, Burrito Voorhees is one of the more consistent Smoke reset execution players that I have seen.
Unfortunately, drops that air-to-air combo, though, giving Big D an opportunity to really, really get himself back into this first round. However, though, right as you're about to move, goes for the Unbreakable EX Smoke Bomb as well. I saw him hit you with that when you played in bracket yesterday.
Oh, yeah, he beat my ass. 100%.
You were playing Baraka, it's fine.
Oh, it was going to happen either way. But thank you for giving me the excuse that I didn't take.
Of course. Got you, bro. Smoke is going to be able to have that just constant retreating factor of the smoke away.
But that right there, that back two, that overhead, really is kind of the scariest string that Smoke has access to on the ground. And it's one of those things where you'll think, well, I'm just never going to crouch block because the only thing he threatens me with is an overhead. Well, that right there, that was just straight up getting clipped by the second hit. You will just get down forward or thrown into oblivion if you just want to stand block forever. And a player like Burrito didn't know that. But looking really in control in this first game one has pretty much been, wow.
It's just really,
dominating
really difficult for Ermac to approach in this matchup, it seems. Another overhead. I mean, I guess that's kind of the bottom line, though. You've got to watch out for those overheads all the time. It's not necessarily, oh, I just wasn't blocking overhead. Sometimes you can get clipped moving, you might be going for a poke. It is going to be Nightwolf. All right, let's see if, I mean, when's the last time we saw Nightwolf in the top 8?
I mean, yeah, I couldn't possibly tell you.
Genuinely,
I have no idea.
He is going to be able to chase down Smoke a little bit more reliably. But again,
that right
watch out. Watch the forward 3. You'll get whip punished on it.
Yeah, you were saying before, it's not just that, hey, it's an overhead, so just block high. Like, the way that Burrito kind of pokes out or sticks out that advancing back two, you know, it moves forward, it can catch whiffed buttons, you can use it preemptively if you think they're going to move in at the worst possible time. And the reward for it is so high. That standing two is such an anti-air as well. You know, Smoke doesn't have a million buttons, but he's got a reliable anti-air. He's got a standing punish potential, the damage. But Nightwolf, a lot more limited than the average character, but not completely without options. You know, the lightning does give him some pretty unique openings for a launch.
Got to watch out, though, those big jump kicks. Even if a jump kick connects on its own there, sometimes Nightwolf can actually still get a nice little two-piece with the shoulder charge. All right, takes the plus frames, a bit delayed. Looking for the forward 3 again. Sticks out the axe just in case you release block. Good block on the overhead. Still alive. No, we're still alive here. Can Nightwolf do it? Watch out, EX now. Not guaranteed. Sticking out those pokes.
Oh my goodness, what?
That is like the last thing any of us expected. What the
EX
point blank?
I say EX lightning anti-air. Okay, we take it. Oh, but there's the start. Yeah, and by the time you've even built the meter, yeah, the reset's already happened. So you take almost half your life, and then you get the chance to break. Oh, almost had a chance there too, though. Look at the anti-airs, a standing two.
The standing two is just on the
reset
again.
Burrito, I was saying before, the consistency on these resets is impressive. It is not as easy as it looks to get that. But the downside, though, I think, is it has spent all the bar. Now that right there, yes. React to the smoke bomb with a shoulder charge. That's one element of the matchup you are going to have.
Lovely tech there from Brio Voorhees. Constantly trying to chase down, but at a moment's notice, that back two is just coming out. Wake up, Axe!
Tried it before, got stuffed, and was not put off going for it a second time. Oh.
Burrito Voorhees, though, recognizing that Nightwolf is in the air. This, however, is not going to kill. There's no meter. We're not going to go for the reset, but we are going to get some sort of advantage. Invisibility, big jump in.
That's a good air-to-air, too. Burrito would almost certainly have picked that up. Tried to chase down with the shoulder, but too far. This smoke away, such good mobility coming out from Burrito. Just cannot be pinned down. River King is having to spend the entire match just constantly chasing.
Smoke.
Do we complete the trilogy? That's the question. Ermac, it's not even necessarily the reset combos. It is all about the neutral. It's the constant retreating. It's the smoke away, smoke away, smoke away. You try and go in and press something, back two kind of catches you on the head.
The difficulty, though, is all these characters, that they have one thing in common. They kind of need to get in on Smoke. Because Smoke having access to the shake, you know, so even someone like Ermac, who normally has a decent projectile and maybe wants to play a slower game in the neutral, you can't really do that against Smoke. Because every time, like, the shake is such a great anti-projectile option. So they kind of all have to chase down. And Scarlet will have the same situation. Will have to be spending some time chasing Smoke, but this is definitely a character who I feel like we haven't seen as much of overall in this game, but definitely is quite scary in the right hands.
It's really hard to use. Like, the high-level Scarlet is so difficult to use. Unfortunately, though, reset. You've broken the reset and you've already lost half your life. That is the effect that Smoke can have on you. And actually, are we going to reset again? Oh, dear. Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness.
No. 2 resets in 1 round. breaks to stay alive, but you lose anyway significantly. I mean, smoke. The damage on this man.
It just feels like D just has not had any opening to start offense here. Burrito is just in total control. Yeah, and again, you get advantage, go invisible, back off and smoke away. You have the lead, you do not need to go in. Having D constantly have to chase him has been working the entire set, so why would you stop? Oh, wow.
Oh, went for the trade combo.
That'd have been one hell of a pickup. Okay, an opening. No, a drop. No, the shake in the head. D knows that was an opportunity. Oh, and at this point, it actually doesn't even matter if you get the reset or not. The damage is going to be damage all the same. And that was a commanding victory from Burrito Voorhees. That is going to be River King, a.k.a. Big D, eliminated from the tournament. But, yeah, honestly, I have extremely high hopes for Burrito Voorhees this entire weekend. Is the kind of player who will play pretty much every game throughout all the different NetherRealm, the lifespan, and still played MK1. I think he got, like, was it 25th or something like that? Did quite well on MK1 too. But you know this weekend, you know Burrito is looking to do as well as possible in these legacy tournaments.
I think it's people just really trying to take full advantage of something that we might actually never see again. You never know. There's never been an event that has every single one. Oh, wait, hang on. Wait.
Okay.
Player 1. Oh, I think Rewind got player 1, I think.
We saw the remnants of the rock, paper, scissors.
I'm sure Rewind got player 1 there.
Yeah, but no, this is what we've been saying actually across the last couple of days. It is not uncommon for Combo Breaker to have some sort of legacy MK tournament there in general, or NRS, right? There'll usually be one of the games there at some point, you know, whether it's in the main lineup as a throwback game, whether someone in the community has got it here as an all-in-together game. There is usually something here. What there usually isn't is everything. And that is why this is such a big deal. And so many of the community folks across the different games have come out. You know, there is some bracket overlap, where a lot of people are kind of entering all the different games, sure, but
doing what they can.
Yeah, you've got players who, they love MK9, they're here to play it. Injustice 2, they're here to play it. MKX, you know they're here to play it. You know, MK11, Injustice 1 as well. You know, Injustice Gods Among Us has a top 8 that happens a few hours after MK9. So there is so much to look forward to, and so many players who have been able to make the most of it. Because it's like you said, I'm not going to say this will never ever happen again, because we couldn't possibly know that. But you certainly can't bank on this being the case every year. So when the opportunity is there, and that's you know, I was talking to Kerbo about this. I was talking to so many players who have been here for the first time in a long time. Forever King was the same, saying, you know I had to come out for this. Why? Because all the games are there, man.
So, our next matchup's going to be Forever King versus Rewind. Fair to assume that Rewind's going in with that Cabal. Just unbelievably good execution. Reactions. Kind of the perfect combination to make that character thrive as the best in the game. Like, that character is absolutely bonkers. Forever King has, like, much like Burrito Voorhees, lots and lots of different characters. But which are you going to use against Cabal? Now, if we see the Freddy Krueger, there might be a button check, though. If not, we might
they've locked in for no blood, so maybe not.
Hey, if they've done the combat code, we might be gaming. And Forever King has been... He uses a lot of Freddy.
Okay, no, we are going for button
no
check.
Blood and the button check. Yo, you mix us up like that.
Well, and I guess we should address it as well for those of you watching who might be like, where's Finish Him? Why is no one doing any fatalities or anything? In MK9, you have the classic, like, MK-style combat codes back. So if you see those little boxes in the loading screen, depending on what you input, you can get, like, different little funny bonuses or whatever. One of those is no blood. And that's not because of, like, censorship or anything. The reason competitive players do it is because it effectively skips Finish Him and gives you access to a instant rematch that's faster. So if you're playing a set like this, you just get back into the games faster than is otherwise possible in the game itself. That's why we're seeing the no blood code.
Fight.
More convenient for tournaments.
What a start from Rewind. Forever King immediately going for a Kung Lao teleport, and Rewind not only being ready, but with a standing 4 Nomad dash. That was disgusting.
A little bit late for that one, though. Can't quite squeeze out the standing 4 in that situation. All right, now it's Cabal. It's Gas Blast.
A few misses on these instant air gas blasts already, though.
We've got D-Rust, mate. We've got D-Rust. We've got to shake it off. It's the morning.
Oh, anti-air gas blast. That would have been a full pickup.
Yo, was that wake-up Nomad dash cancelled just to have an invincible wake-up?
I think so.
Interesting. Can't say I've seen that very often.
Ooh, okay. Little corpse hop into jump over.
Armor.
Oh, the armor.
Oh! gets it high up. We're going to risk it. We are going to go for a teleport. Goes in for the read. Almost there, but Rewind scores that first.
You saw the confidence, though, coming out of Forever King. Even in the face of a pretty severe life deficit. Has definitely picked this matchup for a clear reason. The mobility, the fact that you can kind of just smother Cabal, stay on him. Already has back to the corner. Oh, and there it is. EX dash through. Now, every time you see these launching string right here, you'll be looking, keeping an eye out for Dan Ford and that Toasty, because these are definitely two players who are going to be aware of the Toasty boost.
And again, just to remind anyone that might be here, whether Toasty activates, consider it like an invisible ceiling at the top, where there's like a little line, and if you get knocked up high enough, that's where Toasty has the chance.
And there it is again, a standing point, Nomad dash into restand. Oh, the back one cancels.
Oh! We were going for it. Oh, that would have been an anti-air, but Rewind didn't get the instant air blast. Big jump in. A lot of this is meter build as well. Takes the knockdown, Forever King. Looking to pressure, anti-cross up though. Are you even going to build a breaker?
Yeah, one hit. Just in time.
Oh,
the wake-up saw though. Rewind.
Oh my god, 0 frame startup, by the way, on that buzzsaw. 0 frames. I love that character. He's so good. Who's going to get first hit? It's going to be Rewind. That's access to breaker for a possible risky play. It'll be meter build, so you're easily going to get 3 bars a meter. Flash parries, possibly. Anti-air, Nomad dashes. I mean, sky's the limit.
Well, we basically went that entire first game without really seeing much of the instant air gas blast in general, right? Forever King was able to kind of get close and stay there the whole game, and Rewind was kind of forced to play an up-close game. But let's be real, Cabal doesn't really hate that either. You get up close to Cabal, you're talking flash parries, you're talking EX dash in general.
I actually really liked Rewind's use of the gas blasts at that kind of sweep distance.
Oh.
It's used for that reason, to stop those immediate jump-ins. Kung Lao, a character that's normally quite able to do like instant dive kicks and stuff like that, that gas blast will just knock him out of the air before he can do anything. And again, case in point, air to air.
And it just kind of forced Forever King to go for things that maybe teleport or be a lot more patient to kind of dash under. But then if you're being patient, expecting kind of sweep distance gas blast, that's where he's going to be able to... Ooh, recovered in time. Never mind. Hold that thought. But again, Rewind, every single time something doesn't work out for Rewind, he does not slow down. He is immediately dedicating to what's next. Rewind is playing at such an insane speed right now. Forever King forced to keep up. We know he can do it, but Rewind, a million-mile-an-hour man.
All of these Nomad dash cancels, even in the neutral, they will be building meter combined with the gas blast, even more meters still. Forever King. If he teleports, he risks putting himself in the corner. He risks having to use all that meter that he's been building up. Didn't quite believe in that forward 3. Has to respect that cross-up situation. There's the low.
Hey, we have been seeing a lot of just overhead special coming out. Rewind. Oh, misses the go-to. Forever King, give an opportunity. But again, that's back-to-back. That saw. The moment you press that button, the saw is coming out. You know, that's what I mean when you say 0 frames. It's not 0 frame like it's going to hit you straight up. It's as soon as Cabal has pressed that button, the saw is on the screen. And you have to deal with it. So you can afford to force that trade.
Rewind's use of the gas blast totally shut down Lao. It's no surprise that Forever King's going to be going out and trying. Right, well, it's either Freddy or nothing. Let's see if Freddy can get the job done.
Okay, now this is going to be the old change round though, Freddy.
Watch out for the reactionary Nomad dash.
But this is one of the game's premier zoners for sure. You know, that backwards mobility, very similar to the smoke we were seeing from Burrito Voorhees.
Wow, didn't quite believe in the flash parry, I think. Still safe. And we talk about Freddy as a zoner, he does have his fair share of offensive options. A true overhead low mix-up at close range. Gas blast on the jump in just to mix up your jump arc. Makes the anti-air possibilities way harder. Big jump in now, Forever King forced to use the break.
Thing is though, that right there, the long range spike, that is going to be so good at catching like the startup of like the instant air dash blast attempts. Because if he goes for it right as you leave the ground, that does hit you off the ground quite well, right? So it has the opportunity to catch you from underneath.
Oh, the claw, the wrong distance.
Yeah, but that right there is going to be the problem. You have to be so on point with the distances you choose to use it.
Plus frames.
I will say that the back one Nomad dash cancel, that's a tricky input. Rewind is so consistent with it. Okay. Wow. It doesn't get a full punish, but at least manages to reposition.
I just don't think Forever King was ready for that to be blocked. I think you were going to just block the cancel and then try and jump out.
Did find an interruption though. Oh, the sleeper.
Teleport away. Pretty even split on the health right now, but we'll see a couple of projectiles later might be very different.
Oh,
teleport.
wow, the phase.
Smart stuff.
Yeah, it's so different. It's so strange to me seeing Cabal be kept out. So little recovery on these 3D options, and Rewind pulls the trigger on the EX dash.
Oh dear, that's the round for sure. Takes the pressure. Doesn't turn it into much, but who cares? It's all block pressure, and that's going to build meter for Rewind and bring him into a match point on the verge of moving on.
He's got a lot of resources. Oh, the wrist grab. Oh, tries to anti-air, but no.
That's not good. That is not what you want. Launching it again. If Forever King can get a toasty boost right now and get 3 bars, that might save his skin.
So it's not going to benefit.
Tanforden, where are you? We need you, mate.
Oh, another one spent. 2 bars gone just like that, but already built half of another in the process.
Forever King. He's doing a good job at this range, but he's got to be so careful about any projectile he takes. That's why he's trying to dodge him. You can't block him. You don't want to get hit. Oh, no. It's getting worse.
Oh, no. How do you avoid the chip? Oh, you don't. As Rewind did manage to make the adjustment. I love that attempt on the Freddy Krueger, though. I know it didn't work out fully in the end, but it definitely looked the most competitive of the characters we saw attempted.
Dude, Kung Lao just got totally shut down.
Yeah.
It's rare that you see Lao get shut down to that extreme, but Freddy gave us a little bag of tricks, right? A bit different. Able to establish so much more of a ranged game, but not just that. Just having the options to somewhat deal with Gas Blast. I mean, leaving the ground, we saw it. The claw stabs coming out of the ground, launching, low profiling on certain things, the teleport to create that distance. Everything was great. Anyway, we're going to go for a ad break. When we're back, more MK9 will return.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. It is MK9 top 8 time here at Combo Breaker 2026. We're KNM, and we have been calling the action here so far, which I feel very lucky to do so because I love this game, dude. And every time
Kombat 9 has a special place for many of us.
And every time we get the chance to see it at an event like this, it's why we love Combo Breaker so much. And I will never stop showing that appreciation because they really do love Mortal Kombat here. And MK9, it's the game that started it for so many of us. And to see players like this who are still grinding the game, some who never stopped playing, some who will come back when the opportunity is there, such as this weekend. And you just love to see it. And it is time for us to continue our losers bracket action, where we have Burrito Voorhees versus Maximus Decimus Cabolicus. Cabalicious.
The current reigning Mortal Kombat 9 champion here at Combo Breaker got knocked into losers in a super close set versus Mike Metroid. And for those
Johnny Cage mirror.
Indeed. Well, hey, there's the bracket. Look, right on time. I love punctuality in a production team.
So
don't you, Mr. Shang Tsung?
So my worry here, looking at this bracket, is we're going to have good matches, right? Oh, I just realized there, the bracket says it's Kerbo versus Rewind, but it is Kerbo versus Burrito Voorhees. Wait, hang on. Is the bracket right, or are the players sitting there?
They look confused as well.
Yeah, the players definitely just noticed the bracket. Like,
uh-oh!
Hang on a minute. Are we supposed to be here? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Don't worry. But what I was going to say is looking at the bracket and seeing Mike Metroid versus Insuperable. Insuperable plays Kenshi. Mike Metroid only really plays Johnny Cage.
No, that's a lie. You're wrong.
Yeah, okay, he's got a Striker, but Striker versus Kenshi, you see the point I'm getting
He would
at.
rather pick Striker versus Kenshi than... He puts Striker into Kenshi.
Yeah, the players were definitely very confused, but I think it's good. I think we're moving on. But yeah, no, it's so as good as Johnny Cage is, Kenshi Johnny is probably one of the worst matchups in the game between two actually good characters. Because MK9 has, I definitely, as much as we love it, we cannot pretend that it is a very balanced game, right? And I don't just mean that in terms of like, oh, the top tier characters are crazy. The low tier characters in MK9 are straight up like the bottom 5, pretty much unviable. And I do not use that term loosely. Okay, yeah, it's just, they're just checking. I do not use that term loosely, but it does mean you get a lot of like really bad matchups. There are some 8-2s, 7-3s, whatever, but they're from characters who are kind of competitively never going to see play anyway. Whereas Johnny Cage is properly good, you know, but does have a very bad matchup. But we'll cross that bridge when it comes, because for now we have Burrito Voorhees and Kerbo.
Make no mistake, that is not Biggs, that is Kerbolicious.
Now we'll see another reset. Okay, I don't know at what point these smoke resets started to look guaranteed, But
you said at the start of this
Voorhees-
top 8, Burrito Voorhees is so obnoxiously consistent with those resets.
No, but the thing is that there have been so many good smoke players across MK9, right? X-Smoke X, Zarakamaka from the EU, we always used to say play smoke. Waffles, right? GGA Waffles. I don't think I've seen this many consistent smoke resets done quite like this in a very long time. At the same time, Kerbo going in with the Sonya Blade. Yeah, keeping that alive. Going for some meter build there. That was optimal. But Kerbo, Sonya is another character that Kerbo's gone with. Kerbo has historically really favored the super aggressive characters in this game. Johnny Cage, Sonya Blade, Cabal, Liu Kang. I saw Kerbo playing Liu Kang in pools yesterday.
Really?
Loves these characters who they just rush you down from start to finish. Oh, nice catch.
Good tracking on that smoke bomb, and there's meter to spend. Doesn't quite find the reset.
But that's the scary thing, because that would have come on the back of just a straight-up smoke bomb, right? That would have been immediately. And you would have been like losing like, what, 50+% just because you got hit by a tracking smoke bomb in the neutral?
Fortunately, Burrito did try to go for the side switching combo there where you can get the last minute or the early teleport, and its side switches didn't quite get the pickup. Wake up teleport. Not a terrible option. I think best case scenario would have been trying to get the breaker out. Speaking of, hang on. Shake! Oh, dive kick time. That was very, very close to being a disaster there for Kerbo. Burrito Voorhees in a great situation here, though. Lots of meter to play around with. The entire screen space to run away.
But we're seeing how important it is to have access to that smoke shake. Because so many characters in this game, if they end at like chip, oh wow, what a punish, chip kill territory, just chipping them out full screen with the projectile is normally quite good. You just can't do that against smoke. So it's low-key kind of hard to seal the deal against him. Oh, didn't quite connect.
In a weird situation, would have had to possibly go for a third down one there. Minus frames. On the punish, actually, never mind. Sonya with the fast enough jab to punish that smoke bomb at close distance.
Yeah, the down 4 military stance. This is some scary pressure.
Watch your head, though. We've only just seen a breaker, and already Sonya has another one.
Oh! Is there a path here that kills? Oh, reset.
Resets on purpose. I like that choice. Oh, you can't be... Oh, you just cannot afford the second you're blocking it. You're pretty much done. Unfortunate business there for Burrito Voorhees. Had an element of maybe bringing that back, but Sonya, the second we saw those down 4 military starts cancels, you take an already amazing down 4 and turn it into easily the best in the game when military stance is on top. It's mix-up, it's plus frames, it's chip damage,
but that
combos, it's everything.
But that's the difference maker between it, right? Because as a down 4, it's similar to, Melina, Baraka, they all have a similar kind of down 4. It's just the fact that she has a military stance on the back of it as a special move changes it completely. It makes it so much scarier.
Kerbo's looking for plus frames.
Punish!
Not every character in the game can punish Smoke Bomb, but if she can and she gets a full combo, that's a matchup changer.
Okay, though. No meter, yeah, so this isn't going to kill, but we'll give Burrito the life lead.
Yeah, Kerbo's not even going to break because, my opponent had no meter there, so there's no point. Very confident to still take the round, though.
Well, at this life, it actually is just one combo and some chips, right? But not going to happen. The fact that Burrito is finding so many of these back twos, though, just the whiff punishes, the awareness for when Kerbo's going to go in. 1 point. Oh, still punished.
I mean, those dive kicks are risky. Every single one of those gets punished by back 2-3. Gotta watch yourself.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, typically, depending on where the dive kick hits will change how punishable it is, but when it's that high up, you know that's going to be a juicy back two.
Trying to pick up from that down one, didn't quite find it. Another overhead hits its mark. Kerbo with the break still has 1 bar of meter, which means armored cartwheel possibly. Depends. If you armored cartwheel right as smoke smokes away, I mean, you just wasted the meter, right?
Oh, just clipped by a smoke bomb in the neutral. That actually could be the end. No, didn't get the reset, didn't get it. Because if that connects, you're looking at potential unbreakable territory with the
that's more of a timing thing, bro. That's not just it doesn't work or it does. It doesn't even hit them. So, I mean, you did the smoke bomb a little bit too early.
We saw an EX shake attempted there. EX shake becomes a straight up parry. The patience from Burrito Voorhees, yep. That was just read on read. Patience for both EX cartwheels and then the instant air throw. That was a massive read from Burrito Voorhees.
I do think Burrito's been having some issues execution-wise. You've been landing those hits, but so consistently, when that forward 4 smoke bomb comes out, the smoke bomb hits the ground before they do.
I think depending on what combo path you take, it's easier to get it than others, right?
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think
Yeah,
just
yeah.
off of the straight up like standing 3 launcher into forward 4, that's where I think it's probably the most inconsistent.
It's very strict.
Like
Speaking of
there,
which,
right? Yeah, right, exactly that.
It doesn't even hit, right? And then I think that means you're doing it a little bit too early, but if you do it too late, it just misses.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things that isn't meant to work. It's just one of MK9's mysteries. Hey, it's the game we play and we love it.
Down 4 crushes the wake up smoke away. Looks for the jump in, recovers in time though, thankfully for Brio Voorhees, uses the sweep. It looked pretty plus to me. Either way, we just squeezed it out. Dive kick, full combo as well. Kerbo not deterred from those dive kicks. We've seen so many times, you block one of those, it's back 2-3, it's death. However, on hit, full combo. So much damage.
But it's one of those things that you need confidence to get. Yeah, it's one of those things you need confidence for, because even here, like, even if there's no meter, you're still going to be taking like 30-something% plus, right? And if there is meter, wow, it could be the end of the round.
Speaking of meter, Sonya hits a jump in. She's going to build at least half a bar just from one sequence.
Oh, what a catch!
Restand. Whiff punish on the dive kick. Notice the back 2 whiffed. Restand again. More plus frames. More mix. And just like that. Yo, why would that finish him so tiny?
That's true.
That was so small.
You're so not used to seeing it because of the no blood code.
Yeah, true, actually. All right, 2-1 for Kerbo. This is to make it into top 4, so almost in money territory, if I'm not mistaken. Uh-oh. Doesn't really go too much. The staggers, those low pokes.
Oh, tried to catch.
I mean,
Whiff dive kick.
it's thankful that it whiffed and didn't get blocked.
That's the difference though, right? The difference between whiff dive kick and block dive kick. Whiff dive kick in this game almost has like no recovery, it seems, whereas block, sometimes it can be quite savage. Okay.
Beautiful call out on that down 4.
Oh, straight up just didn't opt to go for the reset attempt this time.
Anti-air.
Nice.
That smoke standing 2 is just such a good anti-air button. Not just what it leads to, but the size of the damn thing. It beats even jump kicks, and that's a rare thing in this game.
I feel like that was perhaps a punish attempt from Burrito, but didn't quite get the right timing on the string. Oh, Kerbo, the staggered pressure.
The down
just
3!
Down 3, and the air to air with the smoke bomb. This actually could be it if the reset is good. Oh,
Nope.
doesn't go for it again.
Keep
Does
it
not
safe.
go for it.
Go for the invisibility instead. The instant, that should be EX smoke bomb. Survive magic pixel, but the EX teleport seals the deal. All right. We're still alive, man.
Smoke having access to that kind of tracking multi-hit EX teleport is so good for those kind of chip kill checkmate scenarios. Doesn't do as much chip as you would think, but if they're at like magic pixel, then yeah, they definitely have to respect it. Oh,
Scary.
caught jumping
Yeah,
out.
That's it. You get caught jumping, that cartwheel comes out, you're in big trouble. On the back 2.
But there it is. One of those
Kerbo.
preemptive back 2s. Yeah, forcing a break here.
Oh, wow. We have basically 2 bars of meter. By the time that first one gets spent, oh, never mind. Never mind.
I do
Still
wonder
alive.
if Burrito is having execution errors or has started to just say, you know what, I'm not getting it, I'm not wasting the bar anymore. I'm just taking the damage.
Might
building
ask him
meter.
about it at the end of it. Hesitant on the standing 2. You go for a standing 2 right as she dive kicks, she'll chew you up, and you really don't want to lose that meter. Trying to be reserved, didn't go for the down back 2. Burrito not quite as on it, but still finds it.
No, the thing is there was like, off that jump back punch connecting, I felt like we saw Burrito kind of just stand still and hesitate. I almost wonder if he went for down back 2, just did it a bit too early.
I think there are some mistakes happening because I looked at Burrito on the player cam just then, and even though he won, he's shaking his head. However, hey, you won the match, dude. We're going into a game 5.
Again, loses territory. These are 2 players who I could very much believe would be in grand finals of this tournament, let alone playing for top 4.
It's just a very stacked event. It's Mortal Kombat 9 at Combo Breaker.
Oh, I love the adjustment.
triple.
Yeah, there's been a few instances there where
wasn't
Burrito has
meant to
gone
be.
for like 2 down ones to try and pick up from it into Smoke Bomb, and it just hasn't connected. So going for the extra third, infinitely harder execution-wise, but a lot more consistent. Will not matter though, as Kerbo goes into match point here.
Round 2, fight.
At the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if we go the distance here. Burrito has been so consistent here.
That jump in again. The important thing though is just not getting hit by the air to air yourself. Looking for it. Dive kick. That's a clean punish. Kerbo playing no games. Beautiful shake. Free damage. Side switch as well.
I feel like
Cannot
we've only
punish
seen-
from that range.
I feel like in this entire set, we've only seen maybe 2 or 3 Energy Blast tops from Sonya, and every single one has been hit by the Addy projectile counter, the Shake.
All right.
Burrito's just been so on it every single time.
I quite like this choice. So Burrito, in theory, could have tried to go for the reset there, but if that doesn't work out, you have no meter. I think the break utility is way more important at this late in the game.
Oh, tried to pick up again.
Punish! Wait a minute! Hang on! Do you risk it? We go, it takes damage, don't get the reset, however, so Kerbo lives to fight another day, and now Burrito has no breaker available.
No, but
They
even
jump
there,
in!
but Burrito did go for like 6 smoke backs in a row, trying to build that first meter, managed just to get the punish. Okay, but even there, like, didn't kill with the smoke bomb and immediately desperately tried to build that first meter back. Did give Kerbo a chance. Okay, here we go, no meter here, but still opts to break. Hello, Kerbo.
The whip punish!
Oh, hang on, this might be a dangerous situation. Kerbo opted to break before Burrito built any buff to threaten the reset. Just maybe didn't want to lose the life lead straight away in general, maybe?
Kerbo can't take any risks now, though. You have a breaker soon, so you're going to be able to break this, but that's it. That's all you got.
And now Burrito has the bar. Oh, the air-to-air!
I think
okay,
that's it!
If you hit the reset, there it is! The reset in the moment that Burrito needed it so desperately after, I mean, starting off so strong in the top 8, right? Hitting the reset pretty much every time. And then in that set, first couple of rounds, fantastic. And then just started to drop it over and over and over. And again, I cannot stress, that is hard to do. It is a hard thing to consistently get, is that smoke reset. Needed it at the final moment, got it. Perfect time to bring it back. And you know, that's got to be a sigh of relief in real life, internally, whatever.
Weirdly enough, that's the thing, though, because in the previous round, Burrito almost lost the round, which would have lost the entire set because the reset didn't activate.
Yeah.
You know, it is the Paolo giveth, Paolo taketh away, as always. Shout outs to Kerbo, though. You could see in his body language very disappointed because, look, you know, you're the reigning champion of Mortal Kombat 9 at Combo Breaker. MK9 was Kerbo's favorite game. It was the game that put him on the map, kept him coming back to events like this, started everything. So, you know, you want to win those tournaments, but in the nature of how stacked this is, it was a hell of a set, and it will be Burrito moving on. Now, after, we're going to be seeing Biggs versus Rewind. So possibly another Sonya coming out. It depends on who Biggs chooses to play. I think it's fair to assume, again, we're going to be seeing the Cabal from Rewind. So if you're in Biggs' position, you're going to look at your repertoire of characters and think, right, who do I fancy fighting Cabal with?
But it's not just fighting Cabal. It's fighting Cabal at, what I'm saying is one of the highest possible levels. You know, there have been some really strong Cabal players in MK9 over the years. Again, you know, I think a lot of us kind of refer back to MK9's kind of heyday, those debut few years, which feels like ancient history now. But even back then, players, they really had just a grasp on this character.
I mean, you had people like Eric Warder, you had Online Tony, you had Rio was really the sort of the in the later stage of the game's prime time, Rio was kind of the Cabal that everyone was looking at. Back in the day, PL had a really nasty Cabal.
CD Junior, Detroit, like, you know, and the many that we're drawing a blank on right now, you know, like this was a character that definitely ended up very popular. But the thing is, a lot of those were playing at the time. When this game was out, I was talking to Rewind about this yesterday. Rewind was like 12, I think, when this game came out or something like that.
God.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that, dude. We just turned 34.
It just makes your bones turn to dust, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But my point is,
Brains.
a lot of these players in this bracket, they were competing back then, and they were competing in this, and they were grinding it here and there, or some of them took a lot of time off and have come back whenever there's events like this, as I've been saying. Rewind is not one of those players. Rewind kind of started playing this game, because I think he played it as a kid, just the way you do play games when you're young, right, like that, but not competitively, not with like high level in mind. So he's kind of retroactively gone back to the game over the years and started to play it. You know, has been grinding with like the Terry brothers, playing online with people like in Super Bowl, and has gotten to this level kind of post-mortem in a way.
Yes.
Which makes it all the more impressive. So also, I think it's a bit inspiring where if you do want to get into this game, you're like, hey, this looks fun. You know, it's hard. I'm not going to tell you it's easy to play these days, right? Like, I don't know what it's like storefront situation is.
Hey, MK9's just hard to find.
Yeah, like the online for it isn't fantastic. But if you have the ability to play in like an in-person environment or go to events like this, it really is so great to get into it. But also, you know, we were seeing Ed Boon's been tweeting about, you know, hey, hypothetically speaking, what would you want to see remastered? Like MK9, MK Shaolin Monks? It's caused this whole discussion.
Don't make me choose between those
Oh, I can't.
two.
I
Come
can't. I
on.
can't choose between
No,
them.
because I would sit here the whole time and be like, look, if I can see one remaster of Mortal Kombat, it would be MK9. It just makes the most sense getting it accessible on modern hardware where everyone can play
But
and
that's
learn.
kind of the point I was making,
But
and that's
then
why.
Shaolin Monks gets brought up, and
No,
all of a sudden
my-
I've got to choose.
No. I don't think it's a literal thing. You know what I mean? I don't think it's whatever poll wins is going to come
No, obviously it's hypothetical, but the poll was made. The poll was made,
back. But what I was saying was, it is an interesting conversation to have because, you know, that's why modern remasters can be so useful. It's not necessarily just giving people who have already played the game the means to play it on modern hardware. It's if it's hard to play the game, period, because it's hard to obtain, right? Maybe it's, you know, if you're playing it on Steam, whatever it is. Versus,
MK9 kind of needs it, really.
yeah, versus just being able to play it with like modern stuff, like whatever.
Ooh.
Okay, Cyrax versus Cabal. I like this choice because Cyrax has a hard time with the gas blasts, but this is like the epitome of all you need is one.
And you
You
know
hit
Biggs
Cabal
is going to have
one
those
time.
modern resets on hand.
Yeah, you hit Cabal one significant time, and you can even the odds or win the life bar on it. You know, this is the first time we're seeing Cyrax all top 8, but make no mistake, this is a fearsome character in MK9.
The whole thing
A
about
net
this
and a
matchup,
dream.
the whole thing about this matchup is how Cyrax developed throughout the course
Wow.
of the end of MK9. Now there are combos and death resets on basically every single touch. So it could dynamically change the matchup should Biggs actually find a hit. One bar
Okay.
getting spent.
Tried to anti-cross up down one, but gets chewed up by the jump in.
All right, this
okay,
is what we
here,
know.
this is the
Oh
problem,
no,
though.
flashback to Viennality Grand Finals.
It's on the
Jay.
same stage and everything.
Oh, no,
Don't make me watch
flashback.
this. But in this instance, though, Biggs, 0 meter and all that screen space. And the whole time Rewind is blasting these gas blasts. He's building meter. He's having the opportunity to break should you finally be able to hit him. He's got access to more meter for things like EX Nomad Dash. And Biggs is sitting here. The only meter he's building is when he gets hit. And even there, massive jump in, sure, but had no meter. So wouldn't have actually been able to take it. And now,
Rewind, he's getting greedy.
yeah, still no bar.
Uh-oh. Unfortunately. Rewind, what are you doing? So many wake-up buzzsaws are just getting jumped in on.
Is there an unbreakable loop? No, okay.
The buzzsaws are just refused. And the downfall. Oh, no way. No way, the comeback.
That was that down 4 in between, like forward 4
Yep.
overhead?
It was.
Oh my goodness. No, I feel like Rewind maybe a bit lost in the sauce there. Had Biggs on Magic Pixel for so long, but was just, ooh, hello. But credit where it's due, Biggs was playing that so clean. The perfect time on the jump-ins, and here we go. But this is more like it, even though Biggs, again, having to deal with the neutral, lots more meter to play with now. All it takes is one good trade. Rewind doesn't have access to a breaker right now.
There's
You
a
get
reason.
clean confirm, you have meter drain potential.
And there's a reason Biggs is not going for a net trade. He does not want that reactionary Nomad Dash to ruin his day and take away 2 of those bars.
I mean, there's also that you're not going to trade with it, like plain and simple. Like there's no recovery on the internet gas blast. There's a reason we're not seeing any bombs, not seeing nets. It's because it's not going to work. Because this neutral style, like you're so okay.
Lovely pickup. Hard knockdown. The jump in. Must have tried to anti-cross up, but just eats the jump in. Cabal doing what Cabal do best. Stay over there, mate.
No, but this is the matchup. Cyrax, you walk him down, you get him into the corner. Oh, instant break. You get him into the corner where he no longer has the means of moving back, and then you find your hit. But you have to play with so much patience.
Ooh. Ooh, that may as well have been guaranteed, right? The down 4 on hit.
On hit, yes, but
And
on
then you have
block-
to hold it, whether it chips out or whether you just guess wrong on the overhead low that follows. Remember, that hook grab thing is overhead. Those buzzsaws are low. Look for a punish. No one home.
Oh wow, the advancing movement of 1-2 actually made that jump in not connect.
Cabal back to his comfort zone. Does choose to enforce some rushdown, however. Instead of trying to get near the corner, though, we have this entire screen space, so we're opting to go for it any moment. Sticks out that forward 3 just in case. There's a grab, big knockdown. And again, we're back to where we were before. Keep it going.
There's so much meter on the side of both. Again, this looks like a massive life deficit, but this is the matchup. This is the matchup that's going to bring this back on a single touch. Oh, went for it. And again, in that instance, if that net
What a
connects,
tech.
yeah.
Oh! Oh!
Mid bomb.
I was kind of half expecting the bomb to interrupt that, to be honest with you.
I guess you never know.
Select a new fighter.
I do like the way that Biggs was playing that, but I think Rewind definitely played the matchup there. Because when we saw Rewind versus Forever King, it was constant nomad dash. It was really aggressive. It was flash parries. It was whatever. But we saw a much more reserved style there. When we saw any nomad dashes, it was like you do like 1 or 2 cancels and then just grab, overhead, like end it there and then, and just reset back to that mid-screen. Rewind not wanting to overcommit at all, but now, very different matchup indeed now in the face of the Sonya.
I mean, Sonya is going to have that golden reversal. The EX cartwheel is one of the best options you could want to have for dealing with aggressive pressure.
Oh, but the whip punish.
But
Yeah, everyone got the forward 3, didn't fully commit, but still is working on such a lead.
Pow. Now we're just going back in again. Likely not going to see as
Phantom
many.
Tech.
I don't think we're going to see as many gas blasts as we saw against Cyrax, just because of her advancing down 4, right? She goes in, she down 4s, she's low to the ground the entire time. You're watching out for military stance. Biggs though, 3 bars a meter. That's a lot of reversals.
But will he have the chance to even threaten it? I want to know.
We'll see. No wake-up attack there, just a jump kick. Stuff shit before anything comes out. All right, pressure. Counter poke. No, waits for it. Tries to anti-cross up down 2.
No, but that was it was deliberately like a late jump kick, because that's the dynamic, right? Like you can get anti-air in this game. If like, jump punch is the highest reward, but jump kick is more likely to beat anti-airs. Yep. This ain't no MK11 where Cabal's gonna be doing jump kick into nomad dash every time. Even in this game, you know, I'm sure there are ranges he can find.
Oh
it.
dear.
Oh.
Restand City.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my lord! Just lets it rock in the breaker now. You know, it's so weird that you have an entire game and not a single EX cartwheel was used by Sonya. We didn't see a single cartwheel in this match. Well,
It's
EX
because
anyway.
the option for it has pretty much been taken away. Rewind is playing kind of like a mid-screen keep away. He's not just sitting at full screen throwing gas blasts. He's kind of staying at that mid-screen distance where if he does catch one like as an air-to-air, he's ready always. But it's definitely not point blank, right? He's playing anything but close range, because why would he?
Are we going to go back to Cyrax? I mean, the Cyrax did better. Granted, it has to be said, the comeback that was made in that first round, it did mostly come down to the fact that Rewind was being super greedy with those low buzzsaws. The second round that followed looked a lot harder and more in line with how that first round went. So Biggs kind of back against the wall here, I think.
No, definitely. But in the case we know Rewind is going to be sticking with Cabal pretty much exclusively, but Biggs going back to the Cyrax.
Go
MK3
on, Biggs.
skin as well.
Give us
my own heart.
that. Give us 100% combo, mate. That's what we want to see.
Oh, we want to see it. We need to see it. Oh, but the dash up.
And the breaker is used, so now Cyrax no access to the death combos right now. However, every time you take damage, they say a net and a dream, 1 bar and a dream.
Okay, there's confirmed. But every time Biggs manages to find a massive hit, it's not always...
We never got the meter.
Yeah, there's not always actually meter there. Oh, I love it. This is what we need, the cheap stuff.
Another knockdown. Breaker, still confident. Rewind.
Okay, and the wake up down for Biggs. That is more like it. Some momentum on the board.
Fight.
Absolutely read like a book there. I'm sorry, Rewind. You just got read, my dude. Oh, went for what I can assume was the corner reset.
Nice catch. Oh, but this time, Rewind manages to put a stop to the mid-bomb.
All right. Every time we see that, we're looking out. Are we going to get a Toasty? A Toasty with both of these characters? Oh my lord, the game-changing nature.
We actually haven't seen a single Toasty in general yet.
Hey, it's a rare encounter. Looking for it, lovely pick up.
Nice
Biggs. Keeps the momentum going. Goes for the command grab. Overhead. And now this is a tricky situation. Another overhead. At a moment's notice, you're dealing with the plus frames, you're dealing with the chip damage. He could just go overhead or low. And that's it. You got to guess. Match point now for Rewind. Not terrible for Biggs.
Oh, the
though.
down
Lovely
one.
pick up.
That one makes the jump in whiff.
I like that breaks before even a possibility of meter drain appears.
Oh, tries the flash parry but gets hit. Okay, EX
Oh,
net.
you might be dead.
Okay, if Biggs nails this, the round is over. There's the reset coming out. Yeah.
I think you're dead.
Yeah.
I think you're dead. I think you're
Yeah.
dead. There it is.
A net and a dream. And that was the meter drain as well. That is the Cyrax we have been waiting to see. And that's why we say, you know, Biggs, it doesn't matter how the round is looking. If you have the resources and you get the confirm, that can be what it takes. But Biggs was, you could tell he was looking for that. And here we go.
Hang on, hang on, hang on.
1 bar, this is still going to do hella damage.
Even if this combo doesn't kill, there's going to be a setup afterwards which might.
Wait, oh no!
The
Actually,
drop!
If that hit, I actually think that might have killed.
Drop City, actually. Rewind with the drop of his own.
Oh, but there's the mid. This is such clean Cyrax play, though, from Biggs. Not just the reset, right? It's like the knockdown setups, the patience, the confirms on 1-2.
Going for maybe more of the jump-in frames. EX. Oh, the EX cancel to be more advantageous. Biggs just not scouting that one out. A worthy attempt, a valiant attempt, but now that match point for Rewind continues again. Nightmare. Oh, but again, no meter. How many? He's got to be so frustrated, Mustard. He's constantly landing hits, but how often does he have no bar? Meterless pressure.
Oh,
big
nice.
read, but unfortunately not enough to guarantee the bomb. What?
Rewind, not respecting any of these down 4s on hit, by the way. I feel like every single time Biggs hits it, it's either Nomad Dash or jump or something like that.
All right, here comes the bomb again. Goes for the jump in. We're going to start the jail. Tries to grab. Down 4, Buzzsaw. Ooh,
Okay,
and there's a hit. Biggs alive still.
And a round away from tying this up. This change back to Cyrax has been so wise.
I'm glad we're able to see more of the game plan unfold, right? Which is, look, I'll eat all this pressure. I'm going to hit you once, mate.
But that's the way it works, right? Even all the way back to, you know, the Evo where we saw DJT take it with Cyrax in this exact same matchup. That was the playstyle. It was kind of really demonstrating that this is the way the matchup needs to be played. You are not going to win neutral, right? You are going to have to deal with gas blasts. But if you can get one significant hit, which I know you could say it's the same for a lot of matchups with Cyrax,
It's going to be scary now, though, because you're half-life down. You have to at least get the breaker out of Rewind first. And he's got so much health, he might even build an extra bar before he lives. Pressure, lovely down 4.
Yeah.
Wow,
that was
basically a push block, to be honest with you, with how he used that.
But again,
oh, no.
it's every single time.
Oh, no.
It's every single time Rewind gets hit by down 4. He's just not respecting the advantage. Here's the reset. Yeah, okay. It's going to be from Biggs. Deep jump kick. No! Try to continue the combo. I actually think that path would have killed. Has to be patient. And what an uppercut! Biggs keeping it classic and taking this to a game 5 all the way.
Rewind is just showing such disregard for the plus frames of Cyrax pokes. So many times he's just getting hit by down 4s. I don't know whether he's trying to flash parry, whether he's trying to just armor through, but a lot of the time he's just getting hit by the button that follows.
No, I don't think he's blocked after a single down 4 on hit. It's either been hit by a button or like EX dash.
No respect.
He's just really banking on Biggs not enforcing the advantage properly, but Biggs is really starting to do so every single time.
And challenging a character with this damage is a risky game
That
to
could've been
play.
it.
Command grab number 1.
Yeah, plus
Command
frames.
grab number 2.
There's forward 2, so plus double-digit advantage.
Why does he have a command grab, Mustard?
Oh, because he is a robot.
That is a really bad answer.
I don't know. What do you want me to say? I'm
say,
happy he's got it.
I'm going to say it's match point for Rewind. Reactions! All right. It would be so funny if Dan Forden finally appears where there's basically like no meter to gain, really.
That extra bar, though, for Rewind could be very important. So that's one more bar to work with.
Reset.
Okay, corner.
Oh, breaker combo! Oh,
Anti-break.
dear.
No breaker for you.
Establishing more of the threat. Doesn't overcommit.
Massive jump. No, we're coming in time. Oh! A rare drop from Rewind.
Plus frames. Has to hold it. Flash parry again, but doesn't quite find it. Not sure about that teleport. Was that intentional?
Oh, the down 1 again. Biggs. The down 1 to make the jump in whiff, and now a match point either way. Biggs has clawed this set back from the depths with some of the best Cyrax gameplay I've seen in a very long time.
All right, so what's it going to be? Meter, then break. Yes, indeed. So now no one has meter.
A smarter Rewind, though, waits for Biggs to spend the bar. The interruption! No, there's no meter, so no reset, but this is still going to do damage. No! Drops the late jump kick. Okay, now rewind on the back foot. Rewind.
All right,
this one
Cyrax has a bar. For the love of God, don't get hit.
There's a downfall. This time the block, the adaptation.
Good block on the overhead buzzsaw as well. Low buzzsaw for Cabal. Another one comes out. The zoning is real. Rewind says, keep the hell away from me. If you get hit, has to break.
That's the last opportunity, and there's the EX Ragdoll. Don't try stand the air uppercut. No confirm from Rewind, but it might not matter. Is that enough damage? No. Oh, the EX Ragdoll from Biggs comes out at the clutch moment. Good Lord. I couldn't even see the health that was left.
How much health was there? I think it's a flat 0.1.
Oh, the 0% health survived. Good Lord. Oh, what a set though. Biggs. Oh my goodness, congratulations. Don't quite cut it. The full return. The comeback of comebacks with the clean stuff.
Had the jump in. He had the jump in, but just didn't commit.
That was a certified spaghetti moment. There was
spaghetti.
Rewind had the hit, didn't get the confirm. Ragdoll was through, kept alive, tried to go for chip, couldn't find it. We're going to recover. We're going to take a minute to go for play some ads. You guys should take a minute as well.
See you in a bit.
See you in a few minutes.
Hi everyone, welcome back. We are K&M. You are watching Mortal Kombat 9 for All In Together here for Combat Breaker 2026. We're down to 4 players, and we're about to start our winners finals. We've got Mike Metroid versus Insuperable. 2 players that really just everyone adores this game in this top 8. I mean, that's why we're all here. But I think if we're talking games that people have just been grinding and grinding and grinding, even now to this day, Insuperable really never stopped playing. Mike Metroid plays it as often as he can offline. Quite a lot of local East Coast boys happy to throw down in some MK9. And enjoying the fruits of their labor, I would say, because minimum top 3 finish. The winner of this moves into Grand Finals winner's side. We've got to talk about a possible matchup. I feel like you mentioned earlier, we might see Kenshi from Soup.
Okay, no. Is it random stage? Oh, the Johnny Mirror?
Wait, are they mirroring? There was a head shake there from Mike. If this is real, he's like, why am I doing nothing but mirrors? What's going on here?
Wait, but now Mike's player 2.
Oh, no, Mike's player 2 as well! Johnny Cage and evil Johnny Cage, the player 1. Just in case some of you have joined us a little bit later, again, just real quick, this game does not have trades in it. Player 1 will always win the exchange, which in the Johnny Cage mirror gives player 1 Cage a massive advantage. Which in this case is Insuperable.
By no means is it like an insurmountable like drawback. It's just
it's pretty damn significant, to be honest.
But it is significant.
And
oh, okay, Mike playing the mental game.
Tried to back 3, but a little bit late on that. The jump kick completely chews it up. He really wants Mike to whiff. He really wants him to whiff.
Yeah, this isn't quite the matchup I was expecting to see, but the thing is, you could say that anytime, because at this point, who knows what character Soup's going to be pulling out.
I would have absolutely bet it would have been Kenshi. But either way, game 1 is going to be Johnny Cage. We'll see what happens afterwards if Mike Metroid's able to take this beautiful air-to-air. And again, to down 3, the challenge. No fear on that whatsoever. Commits to the grab, though. Don't think he really...
Ooh. Actually tried to pick up from that. That would have been the weirdest Johnny Cage combo I think I've ever seen in MK9.
That would have been an Insuperable special. That's the you only see those combos when people haven't stopped playing.
Oh, okay, underneath the fireball, but... Oh! Hey, okay, Mike. Mike going for style here.
No, what's
the parry.
Gonads?
Yeah, forces... Okay, this is huge. The punch underneath Mike Metroid! Neo from the Matrix!
That was the most Johnny Cage thing I've ever seen. And the jump kick. I mean, look. That comeback was a tall order, even getting that close.
I hate that it was so close because I so desperately wanted that comeback to be finished, man. That would have been insane. At the magic pixel off the back of an X-ray, oh! So nearly worked.
Unfortunately, that's a free jump in, keeping the pressure going. And 3 multiples, unfortunately, completely cleared there. As now, Insuperable, aka Rampant Earth Obesity. Looking like we might take that first game. All right, turns around. Immediate break.
Oh, whiff punish.
Last chance for Mike in this first game. There's the back 3.
Ooh. All right. Combos. Where are you going? Couldn't pick up from it. Tried.
Plus frames.
Okay,
Grab comes out.
Catches him stand blocking. Oh, and there it is.
That was a huge risk, actually, from Soup. Massive risk. That would have been a clean punish for Cage. But we're going to go right back in. Rocket again. Mike Metroid has had to play nothing but Johnny Cage mirrors in this top 8. 4+ frames.
Ooh, thrown out of the EX
Yep.
nut punch. That is strike involvement.
It's why in this matchup the grab is so prominent, because it does really nullify that otherwise invincible nut punch.
Oh, wow, what a round, though. Mike Metroid working on, practically a flawless.
Oh,
However,
wow.
oh, hang on.
Didn't find the punish on flip kick. That's actually really unfortunate, because now you've lost the corner situation. You yourself back in.
Ooh.
Tried to go for the uppercut. The breaker to shut it down.
Yeah, but even if Mike wins this round, you definitely don't want to have to end up losing that break. That meter's so important. Cannot find the hit.
Thankfully for them, the forward 4 came out just a little bit late. Takes the minus frames and forces to down 1. And that will be Mike taking first round in game number 2.
So much meter, though, for in Super Bowl. This is a...
Just Johnny Cage, he'll build it.
It's definitely an advantage to have, nonetheless. Because even having breaker means every time you get hit by a nut punch, you can just break from it. Even though it doesn't combo from nut punch, you're in enough advantage that you can still get out.
All right, plus frames begin. Again, the grabs. You look at those 3 bars and you think, surely EX nut punch. What?
Yeah, that was an attempted back 3 whiff punish from in Super Bowl. But
And Super's player 1.
No, sometimes it isn't a trade, you know? Sometimes a move can simply hit another.
I'm not used to seeing it in this game, Mustard, I gotta tell you. Bit by bit, those grabs, they're paying for themselves.
That was very ambitious from Mike. It was like a 3/4 screen, like charged back 2. Go! And Super Bowl responding with the same combo. Oh! I can do it too, buddy.
Nothing you can do with that. The second that jump in came out, that chip was guaranteed.
And Super Bowl playing this so well. What a whiff punish, though.
Oh, wow. Looks to catch it. It's nature looking to whiff punish everything you can. Not overextend, because these are the reasons why. Now Soup.
Oh, no,
that
you definitely don't want...
intentional.
Yeah, that's not a forward 2 you want. Oh,
Wow.
hello. What was that? Oh, punish. Yeah, a few crucial mistakes being made from Mike
Wait a
in this
minute.
round.
Soup dropped the corner combo. Signs of life. Johnny Cage is a comeback character. It's possible. I was about to say it's possible, and then the jump kick out of the force balls. All right, what are we doing? What are we going for here? So Mike did lose. He does have the choice of stage, Goro's Lair.
Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage.
Stages in this game, varying sizes in a big way. You know, some stages are huge, like rooftop. Some are tiny, like the pit.
Round 1.
I saw him putting in a
this time.
combat code. I was like, wait, are we doing something weird? Yeah, that's
right.
a big punish.
First
It's such an
punish.
interesting mirror, though, because even if you take away like the player 1 advantage, like Johnny has the perfect set of normals to deal with Johnny.
Yep. I imagine, actually, it's quite a fun mirror match. Playing at a million miles an hour, always looking for that magic with punish. Yo, these forward 3s. How many was that? 5? Oh, God!
But that's the read you make. Do you stagger? Do you go forward 3-3? Do you finish the whole string? Do you go for force balls? Did they go for, like, you know, EX nut punch to beat it? Like, it really is kind of the one-size-fits-all button. Ooh.
It's going to be very hard to survive now. There's the flash kick. Oh, the red kick to answer back. That's going to be a match point for in Super Bowl. If we win this round, grand finals, winner's side, one hell of a comfort zone. All right, starting off strong, plus frames. Wow! Oh, dear. Half life on Mike Metroid already gone. 3 bars of meter.
Oh,
there's the
massive.
EX nut punch. Oh, no, that's going to be it. And just like that, crazy damage. And that'll be in Super Bowl. Doing
Mike was trying to teach him how to do a fatality.
Was that a fatality? He was trying to... I was so confused by that. What was that?
I don't know.
What's going on?
Either way, that's a winners finals for in Super Bowl. Now, you know, not to kind of count our chickens before they hatch, so to say, but in Super Bowl, for those who kind of know MK9 these days or kind of even remotely follow or keep up with it, in Super Bowl is definitely going into this as the favorite. You know, this man has been playing this game religiously for like 10 years now. You know, it's always even just playing it in its like the online built-in netcode. You know, this man just loves this game. plays every character in the game at a high level, is such a positive voice for the game as well, right? Always have, you know, we'll go to events just to play casuals. I've seen in Super Bowl straight up go to like previous combo breakers or other events just to show up with like a Steam Deck and be like, hey guys, who wants to play MK9? And MK9 will be played.
And sometimes he won't even play. He'll just sit there and enjoy watching other people play it.
Yeah, and he'll always be like, hey, let me show you something cool. Hey, you're playing this character, let me show you something cool they can do, you know? Just really just loves the game. And you love to see it as well, because you know, we know when Super Bowl was around back in the MK9 kind of like, you know, early days, early years. But to still be playing, still be showing up, still support him. And now Grand Finals winner's side, you know, well earned and well deserved. But we are now dropping down to losers bracket where we have a few more matches left to go. We have Biggs versus Burrito Voorhees. Now Biggs just eliminated Rewind in a reverse 3.
Oh, that was such a good
reverse 3-game comeback from a 2-0 deficit. Going to the Cyrax versus Cabal. So the first time we saw Cyrax in this top 8 because Biggs, another player of many characters. But that was really well played. You know, it was such a phenomenal display of how to play that matchup perfectly. The execution on the resets. I mean, don't get me wrong, 2 cheap characters, right? You know, two of the best characters in the game for sure. But hey, everyone at this point, anyone can play him, right? You're going to an event like this, you want to play him? Hey, you can learn these characters, you can give them a go. It was just a masterful display of the matchup and just really well played.
Smoke.
So the winner of this moves into top 3 and will be facing off against Mike Metroid in losers finals. So that top 3 is pretty significant when it comes to the payout. Every single NetherRealm game for All In Together has a pop bonus provided by NetherRealm, and I think it was NetherRealm. I think it was.
Yeah, I saw the announcement. I'm pretty sure it's NRS in general.
Yes, so there is a pop bonus for every single game, and the top 3 is where it becomes very significant. I'm actually not sure if it might actually be that top 3 get the payout.
I don't.
Yeah, I'm sure I saw something like that online. If I'm wrong, obviously, apologies.
Hey, there's plenty more for us to confirm and double check. Don't worry. There's like, I'm pretty sure it's the same.
Well, Injustice 1 is after this.
Yeah, I think it's the same prize payout format for all the games. So whatever it is for one of them, it'll be the same for them all.
All right,
so,
here we go. Losers semi. Sorry, another Sonya versus Smoke. So Burrito just won this matchup against Kerbo not too long ago. So we'll see if Biggs is doing anything a little bit different.
Wow, that's still caught too.
All right, attempt number 1, just keeping it going. Didn't go for the EX there. I think might have just been trying to keep the full screen. If you acknowledge that it's a little bit too high or something, or do you feel like it won't work, you don't have to commit to the EX.
But also, that the forward 4 by itself, there's a long knockdown on that. So every time we see Burrito, like his meter build efficiency is really impressive too. You know, if he has something with a guaranteed knockdown, whatever, he'll just whiff some specials, build meter. So that's what I think he's doing there.
Now, as we saw against Kerbo, you do not want to do a smoke bomb at close range against Sonya. Her 1-1 will punish it. And for Biggs, this won't be worth the break. There is a bit of a drop though, so signs of life. You know, an opportunity to live when you otherwise shouldn't, but holding on to the meter still. The break there would have been a waste, and Biggs knows it. Pushing in the pressure. Can we see some kind of comeback? All right, wait a minute. Overhead. Does give Smoke a little bit more space. Oh, there's the down ones. Okay, round 1, Burrito Voorhees. Quite slow-paced, actually, though, I would say.
But that's the way that Burrito's been playing, you know? Like, you don't have to just... There are characters who they just want to get in your face and stay there the whole game. Smoke is not one of them. And Burrito will know that. Burrito has spent loads of time playing, what, Geras at MK1, MK11. Like, a lot of the characters that Burrito Voorhees has been playing...
He's had a bit of an issue with those forward 4s. That's the second one that Burrito hasn't landed.
Does kind of go to these patient styles, right? And I think that approach with Smoke makes so much sense, too.
Biggs going for quite a few different options off this military stance.
Wow.
Plus frames. No shake for you. I'm going to guess it was a shake.
Okay, wow. Massive overhead. Yeah, Biggs waiting to see if the reset happens. It does not. Massive jump, and that's chip damage, surely. Yeah, I don't think you can do... As soon as that jumping connected, I think that was it.
That was super disciplined from Biggs, by the way. I mean, so many people would have just broke that straight away, but he was like, no, I'm going to wait and see if the reset hits first.
No, because if the reset doesn't happen, you're not going to die to it, right?
Went for the meaty, but the wake up down 3, crushed it. Didn't do much to save you and keep you alive. Burrito did manage to finally find the back 2.
Oh, no punish.
Punish! Oh, God, no! The standing 1 just whipped!
That's a punish, though.
I'm not sure that leg grab was intentional, you know. No reset again. It wasn't meant to be. The Elder God said no.
Oh, point blank smoke bomb. Burrito forced to break. and that will probably be his last chance to break in this game. Biggs, lots of resources on the board. Massive jump in. That's going to be enough damage. Huge jump. Yeah, that
plus
doesn't kill,
frames
but the
afterwards.
chip. Yeah.
Very similar and akin to Johnny Cage. It's not just the combo damage that you have to worry about with Sonya. It's going to be a restand. It's going to be something into military stance. It's going to be an extension.
Sonya. Smoke.
And it's so much worse at the end because not only is that the guaranteed damage, but they're building so much meter while they're doing it.
Hey, we did end up on the rooftop stage, though, so it's going to give Burrito some more space to work
Oh,
with.
yeah. Yeah, rooftop is going to help Burrito so much more. I'm fairly certain this was a deliberate pick.
No, I think they just went back to character select and that was it. I don't think they went to stage select.
I ain't gonna lie to you, mate. I heard the menu and I assumed maybe they picked the stage. If not,
I mean,
it's
it would make sense.
Well,
either way,
I'd say it's good for him. He's already in the corner, so maybe not so great at this exact moment. All right, have a go. Take the knockdown.
Yeah, Burrito seemingly has somewhat abandoned going for the reset off of that forward 4 mid-screen now. At least off of that path.
Problem is, if you go for the EX and it misses, not having a breaker at this level of play, it's so hard. Hesitant on the anti-air. Didn't go for it, showed respect. Biggs. There's the break, decides to a little bit later. But now if there is a smoke bomb. Oh,
Well,
wow.
it's definitely at a point now that the read is like, is he going to go for the reset or
Oh, that's it!
Okay, if he just hit this combo, I think even a normal combo kills because you get the unscaled end. Oh,
Yep.
there it is, yep. Either way, that's going to be killing.
Round.
I like that, by the way. Smoke bomb on block at that range. You kind of expect Biggs to do a down 4, but the down 3 actually outspeeds it and keeps the turn for Burrito. Did it twice in a row in that first round. Gotta watch out now, though. Down 1. Back to it. The down 1 loops. All right, what's it going to be? No reset to be had, yo. The Elder Gods are betraying you, Burrito. We haven't had a single reset in this set so far.
I mean, even if it doesn't reset, you still get the chunk of damage from the bomb itself, but it's
I
not
know.
what you want. Yeah, you want the
If a
massive
smoke
damage.
player is spending it, you know what they really want.
Oh, that dive kick. Funky angle.
You're not even invisible. You're semi-transparent.
I mean, it's true. Unfortunately, sorry, Smoke. Can still kind of see him.
Still backing off a little bit. Biggs being very patient. Pulls the trigger on that dive kick, and now you do have to break that, absolutely. Goes in for another dive kick, actually. That could have been the end of the round. Tried to anti-cross
Oh, no.
up. There was no way Burrito Voorhees was ready for that jump to happen. It came out so late, so you'd already committed to like the single stagger. However, doesn't matter. It's now going to be one game apiece. Character select. Are we now going to go to a smaller stage?
Yeah,
Yes, we
there's the
are.
pit.
It's the pit. I'm telling you, stage means so much in this game. I would not be surprised if they change it every single time.
Well, it depends on the matchups, right? Because not every character is going to have such a great, like, dry style of. Like,
Well,
being
for
able
those
to
that
move
don't know, the pit is the smallest stage in the game, hence Biggs picked it. All right, and look, one hit and you're in the corner. That's how tiny the pit is. Oh, watch out for it. Back down 3s, Burrito. How many low pokes will we have? Unfortunately, caught Sonya airborne, so the back to 3 doesn't quite hit its mark. Punish!
Yeah. One too many commitments.
All right, restand into what's next. Takes the turn back with the low poke. Back to back, all of it chip damage. Yo, when we say that chip damage in MK9 is absurd, we ain't kidding. It's like so key into the game's meta.
Well, especially from someone like Sonya, because it's not just the fact that chip is so high, it's the fact that when their opponent's blocking your attacks, you build so much meter as well. So a lot of the chip-focused characters, they're just swimming in bar all the time.
Oh, energy ring.
But it's also why you're going to see instances like that where Biggs is going to go for cartwheel on block.
Oh my lord!
Yeah, Biggs will go for like cartwheel on block, but instead of like pressing a standing button to take your turn back, we're seeing Burrito opt to go for a lot of like jump over on a read because you don't want to be getting hit by like block a cartwheel into EX cartwheel, then the read again is it EX back to back, you know?
Smoke.
And the layers with it, best to just avoid the scenario
Oh no,
altogether.
we went back to character select, but without picking it, it's given you the pit again.
Round.
This stage was not picked, so Burrito Voorhees has, through just random select on the stage, has been given the same stage,
Well, I
which
can only
is not
assume
good for you.
I can only assume that perhaps Burrito just doesn't think it's that much of a big deal.
Probably doesn't, but it does have some sort of an effect, though.
It's definitely not a case of fighting this character on this stage versus, you know, a long stage versus short stage. It's like you cannot beat them on the
Well,
long
granted, this is a different version of the pit. It's a slightly different one. But it's much more of the same. Burrito just constantly trying to find that opening, but we're starting to see a little bit more of that EX cartwheel. Biggs has been so reserved on using it that now releasing that layer so late into the set could be pretty scary for Burrito. No reset again, just the resets. The game is working against you, Burrito. I feel for you, sir. Oh.
But that's, again, that's why Smoke isn't considered like the super top tier character, right? Because if he could do it every time, I think he could be up there in the conversation with, hey, well, he's got Cyrax damage. You know, why is he not in the same conversation for like top 5, whatever? But the fact that it is so hard to guarantee them. But that does put a match point onto Biggs, looking very close to eliminating Burrito Voorhees. And we'll be facing against Mike Metroid in Losers Finals, unless Burrito could do something about it here. We have seen our share of comebacks in the set so far in this top 8, but we need to see it now for Burrito.
Difficult to do so now, though, as Smoke, no meter. You just eat a armored cartwheel, restand territory. Down 4, chases everything down. That military stance is absurd. Squeezes out at down 3, but not enough to keep you alive!
Instant. God, that dive kick was so low to the
Unbreakable.
ground. Unbreakable into chip. Yeah, you have to break. God, that was so smart by Biggs at the end there. Keeping it as unbreakable as possible, keeping Burrito in a hard place. And that is going to be it. Losers finals on the way now. Biggs, yeah, just staying seated. We're not wasting any time. We're going straight on into it. Good Lord. This has been a really exciting top 8. You know, I've had such a good time with it, as always. It's like, there's something about MK9, man. It is just so special. And then you see players like Biggs in Super Bowl, Mike Metroid. This is our top 3, but these are 3 players who they keep playing and they keep showing off that good stuff. But we're going to go to our final ad break of this top 8. So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll see you in a few minutes.
What up, everybody? Welcome back. We are Ketchup and Mustard, and you are about to watch, I think, the home stretch of Mortal Kombat 9 here for All In Together, Combo Breaker 2026. It's been a really good top 8, but now there are only 3. It's going to be Biggs versus Mike Metroid in Losers Finals, and whoever wins this set has the pleasure of facing off against Rampant Earth Obesity, aka Insuperable. It's a perfect demonstration of kind of what top-level MK9 looks like in 2026. The game in the small areas, the optimizations, the weird little buttons you might normally have seen back in the day, that's where they start to appear.
But I want to say as well, not the top 3 that I would have predicted. I mean, Insuperable being here, I think, was pretty much a given because of, you know, all of the above, what we've been saying about him and how much he's played and grinded. But with players like Rewind in his recent success, right? Forever King, Kerbo, like, these are players who have really been, like, at the forefront of this game for a little while now. But Biggs has been showing some fantastic character variety and overall knowledge. Mike Metroid, just the Johnny Cage who never gives up. You know what I mean? Just loves this game, plays Johnny in pretty much every game he's in.
Mike Metroid does play Cage in every single Mortal Kombat game, but with that, he does bring his own kind of style with it. And I just love the fact that if there is weird tech or high-level options, in any of the MKs, he'll learn it.
Well, we've seen a few Johnny players in this top 8. He's the only one who's pressed back too. Has anyone ever gone for, like, the charge punch? But Biggs with the Sonya. This is honestly quite a similar matchup between the two.
Well, depending on who you talk to in MK9, I've seen people say that they believe Sonya does actually give Cage quite a hard time, but I think it would depend on who you ask. Lovely bit of pressure there from Biggs. And that first round, Sonya Blade.
Well, even there, Mike went for a 1-3 there on Biggs' wake-up, but just managed to jump completely over the whole streak. Okay. Mike Metroid trying to go for quite an annoying style now.
Possibly be a little bit more unorthodox in this matchup. Johnny Cage is player 2 for crying out loud. All right, there's the confirm. Goes in, Catchy just slipping again. I do wonder what the throw interaction is going to be, because obviously you've got the Sonya EX cartwheel, which is, again, such a good reversal for dealing with Johnny Cage pressure. The threat of it alone might make Mike a bit more reserved to pursue that offense.
Oh, wow. Big jump in.
Like, even there, waited on wake up because was expecting a wake up armored cartwheel, but Biggs just didn't press it. Nice down 2.
But Biggs has been sat on full meter for so long. No confirm on the nut punch, though. And this time. And no break from Biggs either.
I was thoroughly expecting a break on that first forward 3 that we saw. The second one, maybe not so much. Armored cartwheel. Like I say, down 4 into the side switch. There's that leg grab. Yes!
Absorbing both hits of the string as well, the cartwheel. Ooh, big forward 3.
I'm telling you, the cartwheel was an insanely good move. The delay, hesitant. Just jumping off, always expecting it. Again, might have expected a back-to-back in that situation. However, Mike, looking for it. Watch out for the down 4s. The advance, there's Biggs with the immediate break. Plus frames, tries to escape. If you sat there and blocked, you were likely going to die from chip. So Biggs did whatever he could. It is, however, 1 game up for Mike Metroid.
So I'm pretty sure Mike is in top 8 for Injustice Gods Among Us as well, so has that to look forward to.
Yeah, with
after
Solomon
this as well.
Grundy.
Not quite Johnny Cage.
EX again. These micro moments where Cage would be so eager to just go in and press those plus frames, that cartwheel totally stops it. You have to be so much more hesitant.
It's just a constant match of like Sonya's down 4 versus Johnny Cage's forward 3. Like that really is the neutral. Or massive win punish into the chip situation. I feel like Biggs has spent most of this set so far having full meter and just not really being able to find a means of spending it yet. There's the catch. Oh, instant jump back dive kick. Biggs. With the aggression coming through. And I think this is the polar opposite of the game we just saw. Game number 1, we're in the right-hand corner with Mike being in the driver's seat most of the time, and now it's a complete opposite in the left here for Biggs. Okay, there's the EX nut punch.
Invincible, but you got to watch out. Chip damage is so bad here.
Oh my goodness, that did so much.
Oh my lord.
My goodness.
Oh, you know what? I don't hate that because the X-ray of Sonya's, as you can clearly see there, it's not like a one-set attack. She kind of does like a flurry. And if you cannot take a single hit, that flurry was almost impossible to dodge.
Well,
not at that range.
It was pretty much Magic Pixel, right? It was one of those kind of like you literally can't see the health remaining. And a game like this with no chip protection, like that is just game over. Look at the meter that is just being generated by Mike doing all this, though. Good lord.
Looking for it. Oh, you got crushed! The forward 3-3. That dive kick hit from God knows where. Still alive, but barely. And that's not enough for the green stuff. Yo, that was a Johnny Cage round and a half.
Round 2. Fight.
This is such a game of who's going to get that first hit, who's going to commence one-player games first.
Okay.
Sorry, sir, you are not allowed to play this game that you purchased. It is my turn to have fun. Oh! All right, side switching throw. Looking for that charge on the back two, is it? Just trying to keep the fingers limber. I don't know. I don't think it throws any meter. Either that or I just don't know what I'm talking about.
I mean, Mike
Ooh,
just...
I think Biggs got meter drained.
Mike kind of just goes for things like that, you know what I mean? Like, he's the only... I was saying before, he's the only Johnny player who's even pressed back to with Johnny Cage.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I do believe Biggs got meter drain glitch.
Oh.
Either that or the down 3 beat a move that wasn't armored.
Maybe.
Oh, wait! Instant dive kick! No, drops it! Good
Oh,
scout
the
on
patience from Biggs.
Win.
Fantastic.
Round
Tying things up again. Man, so starved on resources too. Oh, wow, clean uppercut.
Just keeping it nice and consistent. The uppercut, spaced correctly, can be really good at dealing with even a jump kick, which is notoriously hard to anti-air. All right, enough of these staggers, cartwheel time.
One individual button too many, and the forward 2, you definitely don't want that.
I literally saw and heard on the player cam when that happened, Mike went, no!
Yeah. Yeah, that's like the opposite of what you want to happen. That's the thing about Johnny Cage. Standing 2 so good, forward 2 not so much. Oh, and there it is.
Unfortunately, getting that forward 2 by accident, for those that, you know, like the reason that will come out is because you're trying to dash and then you immediately do a forward 2. If you were even slightly holding forward at the time, you will get forward 2, and that is not a button you want, let alone in this matchup.
Oh, didn't quite fully pick up with the cartwheel.
Oh, gotta watch it. Down 4, that range, I mean, that's so much distance on it. Military stance, shenanigans.
Look at the
Instant.
chip damage though again. I don't want to be overly repetitive, but it is so constant. This is not even a game of getting hit by massive openings, and even when you do, 40%.
Match point for Biggs. Either one of these players should be, in theory, having that run back versus insuperable. And this is bad for Mike Metroid now. Third place is great on its own at an event like this, but Mike, I mean, you get that winner's side top 8, you're like, nah, I'm bringing it further. I want revenge. Oh, no. Whiff
Whiff
punish.
punish. Okay, that's what we need. Okay, another stagger, another catch on the jump out. Massive opportunity now for Mike, who will be able to finish the round. Yeah, the crowd, they're getting a bit more alive for that one. We have some Mike Metroid believers here.
I think the crowd really wants to see Mike take this. No disrespect to Biggs, I just think Mike is such a character. It's just the Johnny Cage. He's wearing a blazer that looks like Cage's, for crying out loud. The commitment to the bit.
Yeah, he brought that with him in his luggage and everything, just to make sure, you know, on the off chance. And here he is. Still though.
Oh!
Okay, another catch.
All right, Biggs. Hasn't been breaking, but we're going to start running out of options.
Oh, I
Hang on.
love that EX cartwheel. Looked at potentially a punishable distance, but maybe not.
Wait, the instant! Oh no, that's going to hurt so much. It's not just the combo, it's going to be the pressure afterwards. Gets caught again, and that's going to be the end of Mike Metroid. A very, very respectable third place finish. However, Biggs will be going into grand finals to possibly take some revenge.
Well, I feel like even at the end there, like did Mike just build the breaker when it was a bit too late? Because I feel like Biggs was playing around, not overcommitting, but I don't know. Was there a chance that Mike could have broke, or was it just too late? I'm not sure.
Honestly,
it definitely seemed like it was coming down to that kind of like wire moment.
It all happened so quick, I think I just need to watch it back. But
Yeah,
either
for sure.
way, it's a great showing there for Mike Metroid.
No, what a tournament for Mike Metroid. You know, had some big wins in this tournament. Third place is absolutely nothing to be ashamed of, especially, you know, this is the NRS year here. You know, like this is the all in together community effort. You know, that they're all here. This is the first of potentially a number of times we'll be seeing Mike on the stage. You know, he's already in Injustice Gods Among Us top 8, which will be happening soon.
Solomon Grundy, dude.
Yeah, but the Grundy. But it is time for grand finals. And definitely, I think the two players who have been playing the best today in Super Bowl is just the force to be reckoned with that we know he is in this game. And Biggs has just been absolutely popping off. But this is it. Grand finals, my friends. It all comes down to one final match.
Yo, we got the MK9 Master versus the MK4 Master.
Oh, damn.
The generational gap.
But that's what we're saying, you know. Biggs is one of those players who just loves competitive Mortal Kombat as a whole, you know, in Super Bowl. And Super Bowl does play other things here and there, I think. You know, even like early in MK1, I remember seeing him play. He was always tweeting about how, hey, I'm playing MK1, and his like name was like no cameo, and he was just playing without a cameo.
Yep.
So he picked a cameo, but he wasn't actually using it, and he was just like, yeah, I'm just having fun with the game. It's like a challenge to himself to not play with it, you know. So he still plays. He still plays other games, but MK9 is where his heart takes him. Even if he's, you know, I was saying before, even if he goes to an event just to play casuals, just to bring a Steam Deck and
He's
go, hey
done it.
guys,
He did
let's
it last
play
year.
MK9. That's what I'm saying.
He did it last year.
And here he is now. Grand Finals winner's spot. Definitely would have been my prediction for Grand Finals winner's side. Not a hot prediction, I know. He's definitely earned that reputation. But the question is, will Biggs have some sort of adjustment? Because they did play in winner's side, did go to in Super Bowl. But what is it going to be in Super Bowl? Rampant Earth obesity. Good Lord.
Now, while we get this set up and we do this button check, you know, we're going to be saying this all weekend long. So, you know, apologies in advance for being a broken record, but this is a really special weekend for everyone. We really have never had a tournament of this scale ever where every single NetherRealm game is playable. And it has been just, even now, you know, we're not even halfway through the weekend at the moment, and it has just been such a treat. Seeing everyone again, people are coming back for all sorts of the different games. There hasn't really been much of a crossover between.
Is this a button check?
Yeah.
Sorry, not to
It's a
throw you off your
NetherRealm,
flow.
dude, it's a NetherRealm
Do
button
buttons
check.
work or do they not? Come on, get on with it.
Shang Tsung.
Oh wait, hang on.
Shang
Yo,
Tsung.
yo, 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 and on the throne room? Are
But no.
you kidding me?
But no, to finish your point for you, this is a very special tournament. You know, this has been a fantastic time. This is the beginning of many to come this weekend. The Shang Tsung mirror. Okay, that's a big damage boost. Why is that so
They
big?
really wanted us to see that.
Okay.
Now, this is weird though, because in Super Bowl has told us, I think 2 days ago, he actually believes his best character is Shang. Biggs, I guess, likes playing Shang as well.
Yeah, but these are two people, like they definitely grind the game together. Even this weekend, they've been playing games. There will be a reason for this matchup. I don't know what it is, but I'm excited to watch it because Shang Tsung and MK9, This is such a sick version of the character. Why is that such a big word? It's not meant to be that big.
I think it's to help us out because we're getting old. Our eyesight isn't what it used to be.
The glasses only do so much. But this is the character though. Like close skull, a close up skull is plus on block and forward 4. So forward 4 close skull is a block string and it's plus. But the only button I think that is guaranteed off it is down 3. So
damage boost.
Yeah. So it's a constant game of forward 4 close skull, and then what are you going to do after it? Because if you respect it too much, you can just loop forward 4 into itself again. If you try and get out and he goes for a down 3, you get hit by the down 3, and now you're stuck having to deal with forward 4 again. And then when you actually have the distance, he has this really awesome keep away style of like up skull, down, kind of airborne skull, straight skull. Not to mention, he's going to get the damage boost whenever he goes for the morph. And in the mirror, this is particularly interesting, because normally that Soul Steal move, it comes up saying damage boost. Normally, he becomes the opponent temporarily with a damage boost. But if you're playing the mirror, he basically just gets free damage. Because he's not going to morph into himself, is he? Like, he's basically the same Shang. He just does more damage.
All right, it's going to be Cyrax. Yo, damage boosted morph.
True,
combos.
but Shang Tsung's defense, there are some, if memory serves, there are some Cyrax situations that Shang Tsung in particular has a hard time getting out. Because his wake-up attack is Soul Steal, and I think there are some setups that he can't get out using it.
Because he can't escape the bomb, right?
Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen them, but I'll see if we recognize. But we do know that, again, Shang Tsung is the ultimate character for someone like in Super Bowl who literally plays
my God,
the roster.
but he's going to have the morph timer in his head, so he's going to know when he's going to change.
Yeah.
All right. Wait for the meter. Oh,
Yeah. Let's the morph back happen. Air to air. Ooh, tries. Plus frames. Yep. No confirm on the 2-1, but still has the advantage. Oh, deep jump kick. I like that. Ooh, the counter poke. What a round from Biggs.
Starting to mix up that offense. Didn't really come down to any massive combos. It was just plus frames and command grab mix up.
Oh, the morph.
You have to pay attention to which one is which. They keep the same costume. Oh no, this makes it even more confusing. All right, he's back.
Whiff punish.
Big thing about these skulls, folks, unbreakable. Every skull is unbreakable. Oh, dear.
Oh, massive jump in.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Ah, Shang Tsung wins, but he was Cyrax. What's going on, mate?
58% as well. That is the damage boost paying off big time.
Jump kick. Takes it. Looks for another one. All of it plus frames. Okay, wait.
What a combo. Dude, these Shang conversions. Oh, the read on the ragdoll, but the anti-cross up down 1. No, net does not connect.
Oh, dear.
Oh, no!
Looking for it.
Jump punch too early, didn't quite get the turnaround in time.
I love that delayed wake up, by the way, just to make the morph take longer. Just get rid of it.
Super again trying to go for these unbreakable paths. Every single one of those fireballs is going to be unbreakable. Oh, speaking of which, your soul is mine. That is a 2-0 lead in Super Bowl. Looking so dominant. Good Lord, Grand Finals is flashing past our eyes.
Dude, he told us a couple of days ago he thinks his best character is Shang. And, well, you're bloody well looking at it.
Kitana? Oh, we are seeing the roster catch up. This top 8 has been so sick.
Not only Kitana, but Rooftop Day was picked. We need every possible advantage. Back against the wall, 2 games down. Loser side, I mean, you got to reset the bracket as well.
Definitely a lot to ask. And just these raw morphs, these soul steals have been so good. Oh, what a fan conversion. Now Kitana, another character in this game who's quite high damage, decent neutral control. Ooh,
very zone oriented though. That instant air fan, such an amazing projectile.
Oh, that's a catch. No, couldn't pick up.
Damage boosted fans though, remember. So if you trade projectiles when you're the same character and one's doing more damage, only ever going to be good for Shang.
Or say for Shang, for both these up skulls and the down skulls, they don't track. You have like loads of different ranges to do them, so you have to do the right distance if it's going to catch. So every single one connecting, that's because in Super Bowl is just on the money with reading where Biggs is going to be. Although speaking of which, Biggs is looking quite good in this round. Tries to go for the wake-up cutter. Yep. No! A miss on the skull.
I mean, the cutter is a high, so the down 4's going to chew it up. Looks for it, plus frame, squeezes out the down one, and the third!
That was getting dangerous. I feel like Biggs was just desperately trying to find that last couple of percent, but nothing was quite finishing the job. Oh, there's the catch.
All right, knocked down. Tries to maybe bait something out there, jumps himself into the corner. Doesn't really matter too much because we're getting plus frames on that. Skull. Oh.
Okay, jump kick into fan. We're going to get a full combo. Wow, that actually connected there. They're not going to be able to chase that down.
Lots of
Nice
whipping
catch.
happening. Has to break now, but again, poking. Point blank fan. Again, that down forward just to make that cutter miss. It is a high. You can crouch it on wake up.
Oh, the raw soul steal again. I feel like these katana morphs actually haven't really been doing much for Insuperable, to be honest.
I think it's mostly taking the hitbox of the morph to shut down the zoning for a split second, and then kind of just dealing with the fact that you're morphed, I suppose.
Now, this is what I want to know.
Oh no,
Okay,
I think I know what he's going to pick. Is he going to go Kenshi? That is, isn't that a really horrible matchup?
It does.
Oh, yes! The original!
Yes! Okay, this was Insuperable's like first character in MK9. Oh, if you saw this player back in the day, it was with this character. Oh, this makes me so happy. This is for the people right here.
This is the absolute definition of giving the people what they... Oh, whoa, whoops. Oh, combo drop there from Biggs. Goes for the weird sky drop, the one that goes in front just to make it...
I will say though, Quan Chi, not considered a particularly amazing character.
Oh no, he's pretty bad.
He's got some cheap stuff, but he's definitely not super strong. You know, but even then, Insuperable always did manage to make Quan Chi work.
Yes.
You know, always had a real grasp on how to play this character. Oh, tries to anti-cross up, but no.
The other thing is, you cannot block. Oh no, you might be dead. Oh, you're dead.
That's it. It's
That's
over.
it.
It's over. Can't get out of this. No,
Oh,
he missed
no,
it!
too early!
Insuperable with a rare miss.
Oh no.
Oh,
That
the
was
jump kick.
unfortunate, you know. That was, in theory, the round, because the rune trap was established.
It should have been.
But he
But
whiffed.
it was not.
He missed.
And
That
now
is
Biggs 1 life bar away from tying things up catch-up. We actually might be seeing a bracket reset at this rate. Good block. Oh, the fake out.
so many of these low pokes being used on jump-ins. The main reason being, it just puts you low to the ground. So many attacks will miss.
Oh, wow. Quan Chi was it 6 frame uppercut or something? One of the faster down twos in the game.
I think it was 7, if I'm not mistaken.
Either way, very quick. No, another drop in Super Bowl. Really hasn't been able to get a significant combo going here.
Super Bowl paying too much of that built
There it
net
is.
code, I think. All right, that's guaranteed. No way you can get out of that. Now, this
Tournament
will be
point.
Tournament point for Super Bowl. Can he do it with the Quan Chi?
The Deadly Alliance win, starting with the Shang, going to Quan. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Biggs very much putting up a fight. This Katana doing so much work here. I love both players use these deep jump kicks, just for getting that massive advantage.
All right, rune number 1. Takes the throw. Beautiful tech there from Biggs.
Oh, nice catch.
He tried to fake out the jump in, but Katana, I mean, her standing too has so much range on it. Unbreakable. Looping it together as well. Uh-oh. Soup has to break.
Have to break it. Massive jump, advantage, and the cutter finishes it off 2. Okay, 2-2 now. Do we change or do we stay?
Well, Soup could be really evil if he wants to.
Just go Kenshi at any point.
Yes, that was my thought process. Oh no, don't do it.
Is it being considered? But genuinely, who knows? Like, there could be any character selected here, and Super Bowl literally plays the whole roster.
Liu Kang
Yo, is this a lore match?
on the stage as well?
I don't know, man. Either way, Liu Kang versus Katana. Potential final game of the tournament, or is it going to be the reset? Who knows?
See what Liu Kang's going to be saying in this matchup. The thing about Soup is, he's got the comfort of winner's side in this grand finals, so he can afford to take a reset. Liu Kang. People want to know what Liu Kang's doing. he's a very, very simple character. He's got decent combo damage, I would say. He's got like a couple of loopable combo tools. Very, very basic, like especially basic. But, you know, efficient at what he does.
He's very plain, but again, it's exactly what you need. It's good damage, it's quick, he builds meter well. But also, low-key has some decent anti-fireball options, right? Anything you've got like low fireball or anything like that, against people with like high fireballs or high projectile games, is usually going to help you out quite a lot.
Didn't finish the combo. Whiffs punishes the forward 2-1,
okay,
however.
Okay, could potentially be the final round of the tournament.
Is Liu Kang going to get it done? All right, there's the only meter that Biggs had was spent. Should that have landed, though, Kitana would have got a significantly large combo. Those EX fan cancels,
oh, nice.
Huge damage. All right.
That was a hard call out on the neutral jump punch, too.
Oh, yeah, we're going in with the stance as well. Hang on a minute.
Oh, instant air fireballs.
Wow, really low to the ground.
Yeah, that was just a full-on jump in, though.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
This could be the beginning of the end.
Yep. Oh, no.
Oh,
no.
Oh, this is Liu Kang. I think you're dead, my friend. Oh, the
No,
wake up.
pretty kicks.
Oh, that's going to be all she wrote. IFCYipeS is going to be taking Mortal Kombat 9 here. All in together. Combo Breaker 2026. Valiant effort there from Biggs. But look, when people saw that IFCYipeS was in attendance, even though it was rampant Earth obesity, which took me a while to figure out.
I still don't. I don't get it. I think it's like a meme from.
It's
back
an
in the
old
day.
Rio thing.
No, I know. I know it's like a acronym, but I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Either
you know
way.
what? He's the champ. Who am I to judge? Who am I to question it? What a tournament, though. And the beginning of today, there are more NetherRealm games where that came from. We had Mortal Kombat 1 yesterday at 8 p.m. local time. That was won by Kanamani from EU. Mortal Kombat 9 has now just been won by IFCYipeS. Up, I want to say up next, shortly after this.
The next of the games, Injustice Gods Among Us.
Injustice Gods Among Us.
But I want to say as well, before we do finish things off here, because I'm not sure if there's like an award ceremony or anything like that.
Yeah.
There will be? Okay, fantastic. So we are going to be doing some awards, giving out some medals, I assume, and crowning our champion. But I want to say massive congratulations to IFCYipeS. You know, I cannot overstate how dedicated this man is to this game, particularly MK9. You know, this man, he never stopped playing. He is just grinding it, loves the game, shows up just to play it in casuals. And here we are. The opportunity arose to come and play it in a competitive environment. You know, a bit of money on the line. Play with some of the boys. You know, some of the sweaty players are here. We do have the exhibition tonight as well, the NetherRealm kind of legacy exhibition, and the players who are here for that, they've entered some of the side brackets. You know, some of the community tournaments as well. I'm just so massively happy that IFCYipeS was able to take it because he deserves it. You know, he is one of the hardest working players in the game by far, and really deserves. Nice to see.
I think he's responsible for teaching a lot of people how to play it in modern times. Like, when you look at any player that's, like, going back to the game and is like, right, like, Rewind actually had that exact same thing.
Yeah.
Rewind was revisiting MK9 and was like, right, who can teach me this game? You know, who can show me what's up? And IFCYipeS was the one. And he's done that with quite a few players. So, looks like we're handing out our medals for our top 4 here for Mortal Kombat 9. Burrito Voorhees is going to be our player in 4th place.
So are we do we do this? Are we doing like the announcements?
I don't know. He
Sure,
ain't got a microphone, is he? In our 3rd place, it's going to be the one and only Mike Metroid, Splatterhouse legend.
Oh yeah, the 1cc Splatterhouse. Let's go, Mike Metroid.
2nd place, the god of Mortal Kombat 4, and pretty damn good at MK9 as well, apparently. It's Biggs. And then our champion here for Mortal Kombat 9, all in together, Combo Breaker 2026. It's IFCYipeS, the professor of all things MK9. If you want to learn this game, hit him up. I guarantee you he will teach you everything you need to know. So.
Mr. Mortal Kombat 9, if you will. But fantastic. What a